Yo, should be live again now. And as you have just seen, the park was closed today. Big up the people who are battening down the hatches, nailing everything down, staying in the house, all of that stuff. Yeah, the wind's been a bit nuts today. Um, my neighbours have got these like corrugated plastic, what you call it, like a sloping roof, like a plastic roof, and like there's about three of those panels that were just flying around at like 11 o'clock this morning for a little bit of entertainment on your Sunday. Big up to the people who caught the stream yesterday. I had to lock it off early because Squidgy Black, sorry, you just blow my mind with that comment. Apparently Park hasn't ever been closed before. Why now? Interesting. Is that a conspiracy theory? Is that the start of a conspiracy theory? What could it have been? The weather was nuts though, to be honest. And I don't know if someone gets hit by like a flying branch. It's like some Saudi tourists or something. Some Chinese tourists get like licked down by a flying piece of carbon. It's not a good look. So I would say it's probably just the weather. But yeah, I was looking forward to today actually because there was the possibility of some discussion of the Streatham attacker and his links to the corner. I was expecting Raj to be hot on the case with that. I told content about the link that Simon Lord told me about, and yeah, he said he'd be down there to film. I'm guessing Steve the Atheist and like that crew are just going to be all over it, so that'll probably be a hot topic next week. What else? Squidgy Black is saying can't be the weather. We had bad winds for the past 30 years and Park hasn't been closed. Yeah, but this is a health and safety like era, isn't it? Everyone's suing everyone. I don't think yeah, maybe the Royal Parks, they're not taking any chances. That's a possibility anyway. SW19 is saying what? Was that in relation to the Streatham thing? Speaker's Corner. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to get addressed at some point in like the next couple of weeks at the park. But yeah, basically the attacker in Streatham, this last prison sentence that he served, he was part of that case. He was observed in this Telegram group by a Dutch blogger, and the Dutch blogger took screenshots of him posting comments, pictures, videos, that sort of thing. One of the videos that he posted was a COE video. I think it was entitled like Quranist versus Tan, and sort of spelled out what he believed to be some kind of justification or some like it was like a targeting basically. Yeah, Tan was the target. Apparently Tan has been approached by, I think Simon was saying, the Telegraph to like offer a kind of comment. I don't think he's done that yet though. Who's suing who for what in relation to SC? I don't know about no one getting sued. Big up to Badmarsh. He's the only person who I've heard might be getting sued, but I don't think he's getting sued. We got Asif in the chat. Iduki Gold, PC Barnes wanted Sunday off. He started babysitting the pigeon. Fuck it though. Mad thing. Big up the people who caught Raj and Badmarsh last night as well. That was a decent conversation. Big up M Stacks. He was posing some fairly serious questions. I don't think he was really mocking it. But yeah, nice to see some Sikh unity, man. I watched the Young Sikh and Proud documentary yesterday, actually, Badmarsh, Sunny Handal and Jagdaraj, and Yeah, interesting. I can definitely see why people aren't a fan of Sunny, but yeah, maximum respect to Jagraj, man. Shahid, that's he's been improving at Street Fighter, bruv. You're gonna have to you gotta go over to G Block and take Ultra Funky down a couple of pegs or something, man. Icy Wiener. Ah, you got me to say it. I called man out for Street Fighter 5 or 4 on PC. Man, run. Shahid, man. What if the corner is closed next week too? If that's the case, Old Hickory, then it's gonna be some sweet weather in the UK this week. Let me get a link out anyway. Let's see what's going on. Big up to Mr. Axe for going down to the park today. I was just asking for bulletproof links. Nah, I don't think we need a bulletproof link. I don't think we need a bulletproof. I don't think anyone's really been getting sniped, so we'll just keep it kosher, I think is the word. Let's jump in. Asif, big up. Can't they just stand? Can't they just stand at the gate? That's some dedication, you know. People just stood at a gate with no cameras in front of them. It's where you actually got to check it out. People only want to go down to the park to speak to cameras, really. So, Iduki Gold said the pigeon is invading. I don't think so. Just had Shahid and Asif jump on still, so we'll see. Oh no. Alright, my signal is now starting to choke out as well. I'm not sure why. Wouldn't want anyone to snipe us through the internet. It's possible though. It does happen. So what's been going on today? We got to Vedi Vision and G Block. Was locked into G Block earlier on. Yeah, some interesting stuff. They were talking about. The last thing I heard they were talking about was like the ancient movement of humans and shit. It's kind of cool witnesses over there. Some good conversations going on. And Sir Faz yesterday had the pleasure, I guess you'd say. Probably not the pleasure. Had the pleasure of hosting Pat, who I think was questioning Ralph yesterday. So there'll be a good, good little conversation to listen back to if you didn't catch that on Sir Faz's stream yesterday. Yeah, my signal is dodge. I have to re-download Hangouts. Shahid, man, you actually disconnected from the Matrix. I don't think you should do that. I think maybe you've won. You've already won the game, man. Uninstalling Hangouts is the first step. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be sitting at the gate. Narcissists don't really get nothing out of that. But big up to Uncle Usman. He was down there early. Mr. Axe was down there early. Just creatures of habit, I suppose. But you weren't catching me out my yard today, I'll tell you that. So we've got people jumping in, but no one is actually. Let me see if I can get a topic going then. So what's been going on today then? Throw some topics out there, people. Apart from this storm, because I think talking about the weather is just a little bit too. It's a little bit too British, quintessentially British. You can do better than that. Storm Ciara, you know. Labour hopeful steer calmer. Mother-in-law dies 2 weeks after car accident. Big up to alright, big up the conflict resolution. I ain't gonna say no more than that. Good to hear that some conflict resolution is being done on these hangouts. With 2 sets, I'm just queuing up a video. 1 second. Big up to Halima as well. But I don't know what happened with you and Kay yesterday in the back chat. I was hoping Kay was going to be about today, but yeah, you sniped her yesterday. So I'm not sure exactly what went down after I left. Holy crap, are you an Eskimo, bruv? That's cold. Yo, who the... Dookie, where are you, man? Where in the world was it minus 27 degrees Celsius yesterday? We got the people watching live streams from fucking Antarctic research stations and shit. Canada. Oh my days. Yeah, I'll stay this side of the Atlantic for that purpose, I think. What was I gonna pull up? Yo, big up to Yam Yam. Big up to PC Angel Dust. Big up Luca Brazzi. Big up to Princess Dominique. Yeah. So the corner was closed today. TYO. Big up yourself, man. Bruv, yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, some people could argue that it's got something to do with... What? Oh, yo, I might as well address this, actually. There's enough people who are on this, like, this conspiracy tip with the Lion's Den being, like, inactive or whatever. You see, when people go on holiday, it's usually like a week, 2 weeks. Like, I don't know, man. I would just say, maybe people lower your expectations. If Ras ain't streaming, that doesn't mean that he's jacked it in. He's never coming back. He's never gonna get on the internet again. I don't really think it's like that. So I don't think it's gone forever. I wouldn't pin your hopes on that. If you're not a fan of Aspect, I wouldn't really I wouldn't hang my coat on that one. Yeah, man, live streams. It's really not that deep. And to be fair, I think we need more. I think there should be more live streams. I think there's space for more. I don't think there's I don't think there's a need for like a monopoly. Yo, he's just jumped on. Hear him breathing. Fucking hell, it's man like Shahid, you know. Yo. Yo, Shahid. Fuck knows where Shahid is, man. Don't tell me Usman went to the park in this weather. Yeah. Rain, hail, sleet, snow, storms, wind, whatever. Yeah, man. You see these live streams thing? Ugh. Let me get it out. You see these live stream things? It's yeah, it's cool. Like sometimes it's enjoyable. You get a lot out of the conversations that go on. You learn. It's like a little bit of a back and forth. But yeah, a lot when it's just fucking drama. People making memes and rumours and shit like that. It's just a bit. It's a bit toxic, mate. It's all a bit toxic on these fucking hangouts at times. So yeah, I think a break is necessary. Too much other people's energy, man. You just have to kind of insulate yourself from time to time. But big up King H. Better know about Shahid, man. Shahid holds it down in Corporation Park. That's what I'm gonna say. Big up Corporation Park. Big up to Akil Hassan as well. Yo, so people, throw some topics at me, man. Let's get a little bit of feedback from the chat. What topics would you like covered today? Would you like some current events, some politics? Would you like some interfaith dialogue? Would you like some atheists on the panel? Would you like me to get kryptonite? I just said that as I saw the name. TOITN, I just wish you would mute panel members when they interrupted and were inappropriate. Yeah, you see what it is? This is another thing about taking a break. This is what I found anyway. I can't moderate again. I had like 4 months straight of just practice moderating and whatever else, like getting people in line, getting to know people, letting them know kind of what my lines are and whatever else, and then I just fucked off, come back, and madness has just gone down on the panels. Like the other day with big up Zabida, but fucking hell, Zabida and who else was on the panel? Zabida and Jupiter, or Zabida and someone, and it just got nuts. There was no pulling it back.
Yeah.
Ali Khan.
Dan, are you there? You hear me, bro?
Yeah, I'm here, man. So I was just rambling about.
My phone's crashed. 1 second.
I was rambling about my inability to moderate since I took my little break. So yeah, I'll continue. What Ali Khan's in the background. Big up to Miss Gadite. Big up yourself, sis. Ask Betty if she can come on. I don't know. I ain't got Betty on Hangouts, you know. If Betty's lurking, she'll lurk around. Yo.
Oh, Dan, the thing is, I can't hear you on the Hangouts call, but I can hear you on the stream. When I go back, I was having a conversation on the stream.
Yo.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You can hear me now, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, yeah, I didn't mute it on the Hangouts, but
So, what do you think about Philip Schofield? He knew he was gay when he got married to his wife. He said that on an interview.
Fucking hell, Philip Schofield, you know. What do I think about Philip Schofield? I feel sorry for his wife.
No.
I feel sorry for his wife, man.
I feel sorry for his wife and those 2 kids. Why did he enter that marriage then? If he knew, and then he's done it 2 times. Why is everyone feeling sorry for Philip Schofield? Because he's went on and had 2 kids, and he knew what his situation was, but he's still gone ahead and done it. So it's sort of like,
to me, it sounds like he's just had his cake and eaten it. He's ticked all the boxes that like a heterosexual man would tick: have kids, get married, and then made all the money he needs. And at the end, he's like, actually, nah. I don't know if what he said is true, and he was gay when he got married on his wedding day, then boy, I don't know. But yeah, the thing that's made me uncomfortable in all of this is I ain't heard nothing from his wife. I've just seen fucking Holly Willoughby sitting next to him and hugging him up.
I don't understand how any man can stay next to Holly Willoughby. I'm not fancying.
Abu Bilal said he did it so he can get a look at Holly's tits before he dies. Probably. Yeah, probably. You might be right there, Abu Bilal. Yeah, I get the logic there. Who knows, man? Philip Schofield, he's what, like, is he in his 50s, 60s?
Yeah, he is.
I don't know, man. He's got 5.2 million views in 2 days. Like, I guess people are talking about him, but I don't really know. Like, I've not. I know they say like the personal is political. You know, have you ever heard that saying? The personal is political.
Yeah.
So with that said, technically anything that anyone ever does can be seen as a political act. So him coming out as gay on TV, there's a level of politics there, but I just think it says so little about who he is, what he's gonna do, what his worldview is, what he's like. I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's just.
Is it? Or is it? Or am I just? I'm thinking now. Is it that he's just doing this as a publicity stunt because he wants to get out of that marriage and he can't, and he's stuck.
Bro, this is it. Him coming out, with kids and a wife, only begs a question to me of what are you gonna do with your wife? What is that relationship now? You break up with the wife. Is your wife cool with that? Fuck knows, man. I don't know. But again, this is what I'm saying. It's public stuff. It's personal stuff. But he's a public figure, so anything that he does is, I don't know, supposedly worthy of a conversation. I don't think it's that important, to be honest. I think Jordan M did like a he did like a 24 minute stream or something on it the other day. And look, I don't know. It's for me. It's just a question of what's he gonna do in his bedroom. That's a bit awkward. Like, he probably woke up that morning in bed with his wife. Like, I'm just thinking, well, the conversation tomorrow morning is gonna be awkward between you, like, no, like, unless it's all been, unless they've been sleeping in separate beds for a couple of years now already, and his wife only picks up cues from watching him on daytime TV. I don't know, but I'm guessing it's a bit awkward at home now. But yeah, fuck knows. Check out the chat. Princess Dominique is saying Philip is a high profile, in your face, everyday man. Of course himself is going to sell out to push the agenda being pushed upon society, i.e. Caitlyn Jenner. I don't think he's as bad as Caitlyn Jenner though. I said it. I mean, yeah. Again, but even with that, I'm like, I don't really care. You've done it, innit? You've lived your life. You're some major fucking football star or whatever. You track and field or whatever. You get all the fame, all the accolades. You marry, you have kids, and then you go one step further than, I guess, just coming out as gay, and you say, I'm gonna go and, I don't know, if you want to do it, do it. If that's what rich people do with their money when they hit the midlife crisis or whatever, then cool. I don't know.
That's fine. Shahid, how are you been, bro? Long time.
Is Shahid here?
Yeah, he's there. He's on mute.
Yo, fucking hell. Oh yes, he is. Man like Shahid, you know. Corporation Park, the general. Yeah, he's not coming back. Yo, Shahid.
Yo.
What's your instant response to Philip Schofield coming out as gay, bruv?
No comment.
There you go, straight up. Ali Khan, who is this guy in your profile picture?
He's the founder of Pakistan.
Is he an Ismaili?
Yes.
Big up Ali Khan. Every display picture he's had is always
There's random pictures of random people.
It's always political. It's always political. It's either Jerry Adams or Ismailis. It's basically one or the other. He's either sending shots at like all Sunnis or he's sending shots at Pat. Queen J said, "I read." Wait there. Let's pin this topic down just while the chat is still feeding back. I read that he had no choice to come out as he was seeing someone from work and they wanted to out him, so he did it first. If that's true, he's a scumbag, man. Some scumbag home wrecker. The home wreckers at work, man. Is Andy Peters gay? Good question, AC.
Who's Andy Peters?
You're a bit too young. Man like Andy Peters, you know. He's only ever had one day off work. Did you know that?
No.
He's only ever had one day off work. He caught fucking shingles or some shit. Some mad scabies or fucking, I don't know, something. And he used to be on TV with was it Ed the Duck? We got the 90s kids who remember what I'm talking about anyway, but Andy Peters is the original the original bounty bar, I would say. We got a man like Andy. I don't think he's gay, you know. I don't think he's gay. Andy Crane and Ed the Duck, yeah, you know. So Shahid, what's been going on? You say you've been practicing Street Fighter, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Ultra Funky don't want it though, no?
I've been improving on Street Fighter still. You know, just been practicing on that, improving with the M Bison and that, because M Bison is the OG OP. Get me? So yeah, man. We're here. We're here waiting for whenever Mr. Ultra Fucky wants to get that work.
So you say you've just been banging out the M Bison combos, yeah? Button bashing.
Of course. I'm the combo master.
See, I don't know. I'm not sure how. To be fair, I ain't played Street Fighter 5. You know, I think I played like Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and that was the last one that I played. I don't really know about these fives and that. But from what I remember, you've picked like the best character. So it's either M Bison or Blanca for the most OP characters.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. That's what everyone says.
Yeah, so you're just fighting everyone on easy mode then, basically, isn't it?
No. Yeah, it's not easy.
Man
There's a
said it's
lot
not
of good
easy.
characters. It's just the way you use them, innit?
That was very profound, Shahid.
It's not very profound. For example, if you're a good Ryu player and you know how to play Ryu properly, then you'll win, innit? Simple as that. If you know how to play in Bison, then you know how to win, innit? Simple. It's not that hard.
Ali Khan, do you play Street Fighter?
And I've quit playing games in it.
Straight politics for you now, yeah?
The only game I used to play was Football Manager. And then back in the day, I used to play FIFA, but then I quit. Because my PC couldn't handle the games.
What does Shahid...
do you have?
Oh no, wait there. I've got a serious question for you, Shahid, from Orient Express. What does Shahid think about unnatural homosexual marriages?
It's weird, and I do not take part in that. That's my opinion.
Well, you said you don't.
And I believe that there's one individual that does get involved in that relationship because he's an inconsistent guy. You don't even know what he does half the time. And hopefully I'm gonna plan on doing a show exposing this inconsistent guy who's just all around everywhere.
Who's inconsistent guy?
Mr. Nature Boy, aka the Mr. Whatever he calls himself now.
Who's Nature Boy?
Don't worry, Ali Khan, I'll teach you when I do a show on him.
Fucking hell.
Do you know who Nature Boy is?
What?
Dan, do you know who Nature Boy is?
Yeah, I know who Nature Boy is, but I don't know how Shahid's got beef with Nature Boy.
I had beef with him when I popped up on his Instagram live. I know his Instagram live, so I popped on, gave him a little bit of roasting, and after that we just went back and forth after that. So yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Big up to Jack with a big pat. Come on, Dan. These two-way shoots are truly hangout rejects. I don't think you can chat to these.
Listen.
I don't think you can chat to these hangout superstars like that. To be honest.
This Jack with the big pat, yeah. If he's about that life and saying where is man, yeah. Tell him man he knows where to find me, and it's simple.
Jab, do you know what pat means? It means big ass. His username is I've got a big ass. Man showing off his ass live on YouTube streams saying I've got a big ass.
Jack with the big pat said, ask Shahid about Prince Luckman.
Ask about your own family, mate. I don't need to address no stupidity, you get me? Come with real questions. Simple as that.
Eesh, letting it down. Shahid, missing in action, but
yeah.
There we go. He's the call of nature. So yeah, can't remember what we were talking about before. Yeah, Philip Schofield. I don't think anyone really cares about my man.
I don't care. I don't give two fucks about that guy. All he's ever famous for is the guy used to be on CBBC, and that's back before my day. So I don't even give two fucks because he never used to be on Kids TV. I used to watch Kids TV. When I used to watch it, there used to be that Katie Thistleton. You had that Ian guy. You had that hacker dog. Dan, I remember when the kids' TV, when the children's BBC came into my school, and we were doing filming with them. I was like 12, 13, and I came on TV. I was busy. Dan, you still there?
Fuck, wait, bruv, you speak so far. I thought you were still talking. I thought the
No,
signal
no.
would cut out or something.
So I just remembered he used to be the children's BBC came into my school once when I was 13, 14, and we did a show with them, and they came in our school, and they had a cartoon character, and we were just messing about with the class with the children's BBC.
That's bad too. I don't even know who Princess Lukman is, Prince Lukman or whoever the fuck that is for people saying in the chat. But
I hate who. Let me Google this Prince Lukman. Prince Lukman. Who is he? He's nothing turns up on Google, just random Facebook profiles.
Well, Shahid's
Let me
left.
check the morning. Let me check what's happening in the world on BBC and Morning Star.
Fucking
BBC
hell, Morning
Home.
Star, you know. To be fair though, that article that you posted up yesterday was written by someone who I'm thinking about maybe getting on the show. You'll probably like that show.
Really?
Actually. Yeah, Louise Raw, Dr. Louise Raw. She's I guess you could say like an anti-fascist academic. I don't know what you call her. To be fair, I don't
you
know.
should get listed on the panel who comes on too. Because I read the stuff in the Morning Star sometimes.
Yeah, Dr. Louise Raw. She's been in a couple of videos with Vinnie Sullivan. Chasing each other around. Like it's all a bit weird, to be fair. But I kind of want to get an understanding of what this whole ethno-nationalist stuff on Twitter is about. Because I'm not on Twitter at the moment, and I just want to get someone to break that down for me because I think, it seems like Twitter's another one of the frontiers of this like ethno-nationalist. This nationalism online.
So this is quite interesting too. The Morning Star reporting that when Prince Andrew was supposed to come to Manchester, the Manchester's council refused to wave the jack for him, the flag.
Prince Andrew. All right, let's do it. Yeah. Let's get on to Prince Andrew. All right, so people, what do we think about Prince Andrew? Innocent or guilty?
For his birthday.
Let's
Manchester Council refused to put the flying flag up for his birthday.
Well, he's been sidelined now, isn't he? He's persona non grata in the royal family. Like they've taken him off public duty. He's just, I don't know, just driving around with Fergie, I think. But yeah, let us know in the chat. Do you think? Yeah, nonce. First response. That was straight off the bat. First response.
And so did Liverpool refuse to put the Union Jack up with birthday.
You see the thing, yeah, guilty. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what it is with all these guilty people who want to do interviews, so they feel. Should you say they're
Imagine if Prince Andrew was Asian. Boy, would the media go mad on Prince Andrew? Actually, there's a left-wing new media company called Double Down News Daily, and they did a whole video about if Prince Andrew was Asian, the mess the media would be in. They're sort of like a left-wing alternative to the mass media, so they're a small channel, and they did a whole video. An Asian guy just took the mic, and he said, "Imagine if Prince Andrew was Asian, the amount of heat he would get."
You see, I think he's getting as much heat as he could get for a royal. I don't think royals are supposed to get any more heat, to be honest. I think that's what the system is designed for. I think there's like a, I don't know. It's not a sincere when they come out and I don't know. He does these little bits of PR and that. It's also forced. He's talking about he was at Pizza Express in Woking on some random occasion 20 years ago, and he recalls it because it was unusual for him to go to Pizza Express in Woking. What? I don't know, man. And then this Epstein guy just like dying in his cell. There's a guy called Sean Atwood who does he does like kind of crime interviews. Does interviews with people who've been in prison or whatever else. He was in prison himself in America. He's done some really good work on the Prince Andrew stuff. He's like gone to a lot of the locations, done like kind of like investigative stuff of his own. But yeah, not a lot of people.
There's that whole thing with Shamima Begum, with the Morning Star reporting on like Shamima Begum's being that whole license situation. They've decided not to renew her citizenship or something. They revoked the British citizenship of that Shamima Begum too.
Eesh. Yeah.
I'm more in favour of that if her citizenship was kept, because I think she's got info, and it was rather that she did her time in the British cell and paid the price instead of we're sort of just letting her off the hook. I think we don't want to deal with the problem, so it'd be better if she did some time inside. I think, or sort of, yeah.
Well, all I know is that I don't think it's right that she stays in Turkey or wherever the fuck she is. I don't think they should be responsible for her, or Kurdistan or whatever the little piece of land they've carved out is. I don't think that's I don't think that's a good idea either. Bunga Bunga said not even Wendy could defend Andrew. Yeah, I don't think Wendy's like a super. Or maybe she is a royalist. I don't know, but I don't think she's a big fan of Prince Andrew, from what I know.
No, Wendy's not Andrew.
Yeah, big up to Prince Andrew anyway. I suppose, I don't know, man. When you're not in line for the throne, when you ain't got a crown coming towards your head, and I suppose you're like a royal side man. You're not. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's time the royal, son of monarchy get the boot.
Oh, we were talking about Mr. Jerry Adams. Jerry Adams' party, Sinn Féin, they're about to go for political power now. They're set inside for a major victory in the Southern Ireland elections.
Wait, they're supposed to be. They're taking a seat in Stormont or whatever, aren't they? They're supposed to be getting a seat, or they're supposed to be like, I think for the first time.
As a revolution, the polling closed on Saturday. This is South Ireland. This is happening. Fianna Fáil, Fionn Gael. Yeah, apparently they're supposed to do really, really well in this election too, Sinn Féin.
Wait, they're book Prince Andrew a royal suite in Belmarsh. I don't think Charles will be next. William will take over. I don't know. Maybe you reckon he'll sidestep. You reckon he'll? They're all just playing fucking musical chairs.
They've got Harry to recall if they need to. You know, I can easily see them bringing Harry back into the fold because Andrew's not going to carry the throne.
Huh? Harry don't want nothing to do with it, bro. He doesn't want anything to do with it.
No, they'll say, Harry to an emergency fam. We need you, bro. Bro, get back in the family. We can't have Andrew enough on the throne.
Ali Khan, go and polish your royal porcelain or your cutlery or whatever. Go and dig it out and give it a shine, man. Cool out.
Ali Khan, do you have the plates with the Queen's picture on and stuff in your house?
No, my mum bought them from a charity shop. They were like £5 something.
Fuck's sake. Asif, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much.
He actually, do you know what? The other day he actually went to go and look for them. He asked his mum, like, where they were. She didn't know where they were. It's all like,
you found them.
Man.
Yeah, you get these people that love the royal family so much, they got all the china of the royal family.
Bruv, I ain't got a big issue with the royal family, you know. If you want to collect plates, if you want to put plates up in your house,
same. But it's just jokes.
Up to you, man. It's jokes, but yeah, I think it's a little bit awkward when you've got a possible paedophile in the family and people are like coming out and saying all of this shit. I mean, on the flip side, there's possibly a lot of people who would lie or who've got something to gain out of lying about it. And go and do interviews, get paid by the media, whatever else. But I would say From what I've seen of this guy, yeah, nothing that he says is sincere to me. Lots of smoke.
No, I
and
think
mirrors.
what it is when it comes to him, I don't reckon he's lying. I think obviously he got advice to do this. Do you know what I'm saying?
You think it? No, I think he went against the advice. I think the royal family were, or the what do you call them? The PR people at like Windsor or wherever it was were basically saying don't speak to the media, don't speak to the media, don't speak to the media, and he went like departed, got his own advice, and did this interview with the BBC. So
Oh, so he kind of rebelled against that advice.
he went against it. Yeah, he went against it.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Raj, we're talking about
Yeah, what's
Prince Andrew.
Oh, that bloody degenerate. Oh, no, I want to know when's the Fogger Faz versus Amraz debate?
I don't
Who's
know.
debating? What are they debating? What are they debating?
Oh, the greatest ever issue facing mankind.
Is this that Maulid
ever? Thing? The Maulid.
Oh, fuck it, oh, bad.
I have to defend Amraz's honor.
Mr. Raj has joined the Maulid debate now.
No. I agree it's not Islamic, but I have to defend the right of these religious minorities. Yeah, let him do what he's gonna do, man. He has to enjoy something. But yeah, did you show Dan all those pictures? Can Dan put the pictures up in the back and show people?
Wait, what? I'm not getting involved in meme wars. What are these pictures?
No, it's not me. It's not a meme. It's actually real pictures of because I was searching about the Maulid, and there's some crazy Maulid cakes out there. Not Photoshop. Real cakes.
But the thing is, there are Islamic evidences and proofs to say that Maulid is permissible from an Islamic point of view. But I'm not going to help Amraz out after that man's crossed my home so many times, crossed my family.
Don't help him. Don't help him.
Otherwise, I would have given him all the text and all the resources for it. But
is it me or is it breaking up?
Yeah, it's breaking up. Yeah. Nah, you've gone down the drain,
man. He sounded like some alien or something like that.
So what's going on, Raj? You sorted out your thing with Badmash? I hear.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, look, yeah. Me and him are very fiery characters, and I said to him like 2.5 years ago, when he went Speaker's Corner, that if you cross me, yeah, it's gonna be like two nuclear powers going together. We're both gonna finish each other because we're both very savage. Yeah. And so that's what kind of happened. I warned him about it. I said, "Look, man, like, there's no point. It's like India and Pakistan fighting. It's like both sides are going to destroy each other, and it's going to be fruitless after." And I think he's kind of conceded and realized that we're both very similar in the sense that very stubborn and very vocal. And So we spoke privately. I don't want to say too much. Obviously, we're still going to argue because he pisses me off like nobody else. There's something about him that just annoys the hell out of me.
I'm sure the feeling is mutual, Raj. Actually.
Yeah. I can't help it. Like because he knows that. Because especially he says stuff in Punjabi that irritates me, and you lot don't understand what you're saying. He'll go like "Apota," what means like baby, like you're a baby. Apota. So you know it's gonna start pissing me off. I'm like, all right. So yeah. No, but thanks, man, for letting me use the thing, even though I didn't ask. It was a good. See, yesterday you done the first ever. Peace talks. Maybe you can start doing the Israel versus Palestine.
Kashmir versus I'll just chop myself.
I'll be honest with you. A year ago, he come up to me, and I remember him coming up to me. He's like, "Look, let's try." And I said, "Listen, this will never happen. I'm telling you straight now. I don't care if hell freezes over." But like I said, I'm not set in stone 100%. Yeah, sometimes the thing is that the thing that kind of like made me realize that. I need to squash the beef is that Sikhism was being attacked sort of thing by other people, and in his knowledge of Sikhism is quite strong. So I had to put my own petty kind of like issues with him aside and think of the bigger picture. So yeah, I mean Sikhism saved the day on that one. What's going on then, Dan? What's happening on there?
Fucking hell. See Alive has just asked the same thing. See her in the chat. Big up to See Alive, long time. What's been going on?
Sia's back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a dead day. Ali Khan's got a new profile picture. I think that's the highlight of the day.
Don't worry. let me say, all right, let me just spice it up a bit here
Big up the
because
Ismaili.
Check the back chat. Check the back chat, innit? Check the back chat.
Big up the Ismaili community.
what
We
have
run
you said?
Ismailis run things.
Check,
Ismailis
okay.
run things.
Check the back chat, innit, Dan?
All right.
Yeah, let me put
pictures
the,
are
did you put the cake. Oh yeah, the cake is
Yeah.
wicked, man.
I put all of them.
I'm gonna try and find
put the
some.
big cakes up.
No,
Can I put a clip on
I'm
that?
not putting them up, man. I'm not getting
No,
involved in this, man.
dude, it's not. It's look, it's actual, real celebrations. Yeah, no one's mocking or anything. We're just showing what they do. Yeah, like it's a cake the size of a room. Like it's kind of interesting. Like, you know, people can have cakes that like it's actually quite impressive. So yeah, why don't we have a look? Show the people what's
Nah,
going
man,
on.
I'm not getting involved in that, man. I'm not. Listen, you can do all that on Faz's. You can share screens. That's all bants. I'm not getting
I have
involved,
to
man.
say something, yeah. You know, the Fogger, yeah, is some next creature. Like, I've never seen. I really want to meet Fogger in real life. I've never met anyone like the Fogger.
Can you play that video again? The creature from the Black Lagoon. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, put that. Yeah, but the Fogger, like, I learned some. I don't want to say too much, but I learned some stuff about him over the last couple of days. Like, the more I learn about the Fogger, yeah, the more I want to meet him. Like, he's a next creature like I've never seen.
What did you learn? What did you learn?
I don't want to say about Muslim Matters was talking, yeah, and like I was like the Fogger.
I know what it is.
Yeah, and then Art started giving more details about that meeting they had, yeah, when they met up, yeah. And
Yeah,
like,
but
I know
a
it's
lot
true.
of people know about it. I know a lot of people know about it between him and Jafar, right?
Yeah, but what you don't understand here is like I know some other stuff that I don't want to say, and it's like what he said. Jafar said the Fogger uses that same story to lots of people.
Oh, I know the story. I know the story.
You understand? Yeah, if I can't say I don't want to see that I'm stunned, but he uses a story, yeah, and in order to get sympathy, and he uses that same story to other people. Because I was told that story before, yeah, and I was like, you know, you can guess. I don't want to say too much, but you can guess by who. And I was like, okay. Then when I heard Muslim Matters say it, it was the exact same story that was told to somebody else in order to get sympathy. Yeah, like
madness.
But only a few weeks ago. So the Fogger, yeah, is on a next level of like manipulation.
Hey, but Fogger's been all right with you recently, man.
No, let me say something.
Everything's been a bit calm. You know what I mean?
The last couple of times I've been on, yeah, the debates have been very good. I've had some very fruitful. But I like. Let me say, I like Fogger. When I'm criticizing him and mocking him, I actually find him humorous. I just want to meet him though. I want to see what the real. I just need to see what he looks like. Yeah, because I remember seeing a little outline of him, and he looked like Zakir Naik. And I've been told he looks like Zakir Naik.
Zakir Naik. Page number two. Page number two. Page number one.
Yes, yeah, so I can't imagine this. I can't imagine this religious-looking Muslim doing this kind of stuff. Because like, remember you said that. Like, I just can't imagine it. Like the amount of because we said the word tamasha, yeah, meaning like a shit show, yeah. The amount of shit shows he's involved in so much beef, yeah. Like every time, like everyone's gunning for him, but for some reason he's like me, yeah. He doesn't get paid. He's like. Fogger face.
He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't really respond.
The creator from the Black Lagoon of Bangladesh. Please, Muslim Matters, can you give me more? Please, Muslim Matters, can you give me more? Fogger face. The creature from the Black Lagoon of Bangladesh. Yeah. He doesn't get phased, which I find quite interesting.
You know
what? Most people would crumble under the slander. Yeah, the amount of allegations have been made. Like I'll give you an example. Yeah, Nasser, yeah, played a whole audio of the guy, yeah, on the back chat, cussing everybody, and then plays it live, yeah. And the Fogger just turns up the next day like nothing happened. That's a tactic that is a very good tactic because he just actually like oh, what's that going on? Oh, I didn't know that was going on. Okay, you recorded that. Oh, I didn't know that. And he makes himself to be the victim afterwards.
He just ignores it, innit? The way
but he does one thing. He makes himself to be the victim, and people start feeling sorry for the Fogger. And then Nasser and Mad Dunya, they hate him so much, yeah. But they still go on the channel because they get manipulated by him. So the Fogger's doing some master kind of Jedi mind tricks on people, man. No, the Fogger is. I'm telling you, there's never been a character like the Fogger. You think I'm a character, yeah? The
Fogger is a character. He is a character.
The Fogger, yeah. If you was if he was in Speaker's Corner, yeah, he'd be one of the craziest characters. Like, yeah, but he's. I don't think you understand the long story of the Fogger. Like, the Fogger has a long history of madness. Yeah, like, you know, the early days when he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get the deal. Yeah. You just watch when I come back.
Yeah.
I got the deal. Watch what I do. I'm gonna come back in 6 months. Yeah, and he was always like on manic mode. And now he's some, I don't know what to do, man. But please, Fogger Faz, make that debate happen with what's his name, Amaraz. Yeah.
Amaraz is on it, man. I've got to kind of respect Amaraz. He's a character as well. He's we love him or hate him. He's a character. And
this is where the dilemma of like these characters like make Speaker's Corner and these live streams. Now this is the problem. Like, if you take people like me out of Speaker's Corner, or people that you might deem to be very controversial, these places will be boring. And there will be hardly any discussions because people like me and others, we will speak about stuff that others will not speak about. Do you understand? And open up a discussion, even if you don't like it.
You know what it is, yeah? I think it's the amount of like the taking piss and all that stuff makes it more fun. So when you look at someone like Ralph's channel, yeah, bro, no one bothers going on it or debating them or anything because it's just a bit dead. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, Ralph is deluded on the next stage. Like, he thinks he's going to have 40 MPs in Parliament in 2025.
I know. Bro, all it is, the group's going to become into a terrorist group in the future. That's what I see happening.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm worried. Not that he's going to get. Look, anyone thinks that he's going to get any sort of power in the near future. I'm talking about like 20 years. You're insane. What is dangerous is the youngsters that they are radicalizing. They're doing what Anjan Chowdhury is doing. They're going to radicalize people, put batteries in their back, and then what will happen? They'll be sent out into the street, and there'll be little kids like 18, 19.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's like in America you get these synagogue shootings and all that shit. That's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, I mean, America's on the next level of madness, like
Yeah, but that's what Ralph is trying to recreate here, innit?
Yeah, but it's gonna be more difficult just because of the lack of guns and stuff. Yeah, the MI5 here are much more like they know they're very good at breaking down these groups. Yeah, I think America needs to like take a leaf out of there, but America is just too difficult to control just because of how large the place is.
But you know what I mean? It's like this Dylan roof shooting that happened in the black church. Is the fucking synagogue shootings that kicked off. Attack. That's what Ralph is promoting. Radicalizing people.
Outside of the UK, when you're looking at the terrorist attacks, a lot of them, like in America, are not Islamic related or terrorism like that. It's mainly white supremacists at the moment in the last 10 years or so. Yeah. So, but in the UK, that's different. But maybe that's what he wants. He wants to flip it around. I don't know what his intention is. But
I think so. He's after just the Islamic attack as well. It's not just only Islamic attack.
No, but the issue I have is that
anything.
Yeah, I've met some people that he kind of associates with, like young people, and these people are very smart young guys, and like if he starts to radicalize these guys, they could be dangerous
But this is the thing, Raj, isn't it? Like if there's an article come out, the people in the far right, these white supremacist people, a lot of the people are like middle class kids or some shit like that. That's radicalized, like females. I used to watch, I don't know if Dan knows about this, but I used to watch a YouTube channel called Red Ice TV.
Yeah, I've seen that once in a while,
Yeah, they're like proper white supremacists, isn't it?
Yeah, they pretend to be, they have like Asians on there and stuff like that, but they are just like, I don't know.
That's shut down now, I think.
Oh, is it? All right. Yeah, well, the thing is, let me just start a topic on, the Speaker's Corner, because Speaker's Corner, obviously the wind destroyed our Speaker's Corner today. But that dumb idiot, that Speaker's Corner, he was saying yesterday on the stream on Sir Faz's to a guy called Shirky Stevens, big up to Shirky Stevens, that the Sikhs should drag me out of Speaker's Corner because I'm an extremist. But I'm going to ask this question to people like Ghost. Why should I be dragged out of Speaker's Corner as one Sikh out of how many people in Speaker's Corner? Like 250 people. But there are probably around 30, 25 or so extremist Muslims that don't get dragged out of Speaker's Corner. Why do I need to be dragged out? Because this is something that I get confused
You know
about.
what it is? You know, Raj, you know what it is? Obviously, I took a different stance now. And because there's people like Ralph about, people need to target Ralph with that same energy. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, but the thing is,
the guy's on about action. Ralph is actually on about an action of killing Muslims or deporting us.
but I think with Ralph, I think the reason why some of these people don't have an issue is because they like the fact that he just clear cut to their face. And I'm not saying I'm lying, but I do not want violence. Yeah, and that's the truth. I don't want to deport people en masse. I will be deporting certain people. I have no issue with deporting, but it wouldn't be based on religion. It would be based on certain other criteria. Yeah, and that's the thing. But like, this is the thing that I don't understand. Like, people keep saying,
no, but Raj, what I was gonna say, on Ralph's channel, I've been watching a bit of Ralph's channel recently, innit? You know what I mean? They mention Muslims as combatants. Now that is alarming.
Yeah, but the thing is, look, let me just tell you something. I don't want to say too much. If you think that channel isn't being monitored and infiltrated, hard, I don't know anything. I'm not going to say I know anything, but there's no doubt it must be, because even pattern people need to concede that when it comes to infiltration of any of these groups, the MI5 are freaking on it. Yeah, and so I think with him, the only thing we should be worried about is not his delusion of grandeur, but we should be worried about the youngsters listening and believing his delusion of grandeur.
Exactly.
So if he's saying by 2030 the population of the UK is going to like the white indigenous is 60% by 2050, which I can't believe, and then you have some young guy listening, those are the people you need to be worried about. What they're going to do if they believe that. Yeah, because I don't think it's going to get down to 60%. I think that will take.
Bro, it's like another like a BMP and all them other type of groups, man. They don't normally go far.
Yeah, but you can still. It only takes one person to get radicalized.
Yeah, I know. I do fully understand where you're coming from. Innit?
Yeah, it just takes one person, and that person can do a lot of damage. Yeah, if they want, if they have the let's say the access to whatever. But the thing is that I'm going to say something like try and get Shirky Stevens on, man. Shirky Stevens, my Sikh bra. Have you spoken to him, Dan?
No, I've not spoken to him. Does he go on panels? I've seen him in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. He might be over later. Me and him fell out, obviously, like I do with everyone. I do fall out with Sikhs as well, but he's actually an alright guy. I actually appreciate people jumping on panels, unlike Mr. Singh and Real One, who are proper pussy holes who only type 24/7. I at least appreciate people jumping on and saying their piece to me, like even the Lodgen in real life and people like that, those that. But I can't stand people that talk and type, and that's it. Yeah. So jump on, Mr. Singh, Padida. Oh, they're retiring. They're retiring. Yeah. I was Shahid. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. How are you, Raj?
How's Blackburn?
Ends up good, man. Ends up good. A bit rainy today, though.
Any samosa wars like in Green Street?
Samosa wars?
In the Gardens area, the samosa wars.
I don't know.
There was a samosa wars in the early 2000s between Big Argy's crew and some little old ladies, and it got really, really nasty. Yeah. A lot of chutney spilt. A lot of chutney was spilt during those days. you know where the samosa was.
Yeah, Roger, I want to ask you, what's your what's your favorite Asian food? What's your favorite food to eat?
Oh my god, man! Like, there's
Big up Mr. Singh and Real One, Bull the Pigeon.
Yeah, the young otter, man. Hello, look what he's got now. Look at his. This is how I can get into people's heads. Yeah, last night, Mr. Singh, Real One, and Speaker's Corner Skit were typing about me. I'm not joking. For 5 hours straight, 3 of those hours, the stream was dead. So Surf Aziz's channel, between like maybe 3 until like 8 in the morning, they were typing about me. From 5 o'clock, the stream wasn't even saying anything. Yeah. So what did you say about food?
Yeah,
You know what, though? I wish you was
what's
typing
your
about me as well, Raj. You know that yesterday because I was chatting civilly.
Oh, you said, oh, you are the greatest. I said, oh, yes, yes. Oh, was he black? Was he?
Say it again. It was bad.
Was he with you or was he bunning you up?
Who, Mr. Singh?
No, I'm talking about RS Sid.
No, he was okay. He was saying he rates me and all that shit.
Yeah, the thing is that as long as you can converse with him without getting abusive, he'll be cool with you, even if he disagrees with you. It's when people start getting
I don't
abusive.
know. He said that he listens to what I say and shit. He's like, yeah, I rate you so much. This, that. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, don't take it
It's a bit weird.
Don't take it seriously. He's just buttering
I was
you
gonna
up.
drop my PayPal link after, innit?
Yeah,
But you know,
the Fogger. I wonder if Fogger got any money for that little shenanigans.
Yeah, I was gonna.
What actually is a fogger?
I actually don't know what the Fogger is, but it describes it perfectly in my head. Like the word, the Fogger, yeah. Like I don't even know exactly what it means, but the Fogger. As soon as I think of the Fogger,
it means dick. It means dick.
That's it. Oh my god.
Apparently, yeah, that's what I heard. It means dick.
Are you sure?
That's what I heard. I can't remember. I think Dunya, I think, told me that.
Oh,
He's the one that made it up, innit?
Dunya hates the Fogger he hates the Fogger on the next level. The Fogger annoys him so much because he knows the Fogger is such a.
No, but this is the thing I don't understand. Yeah, why if he hates him so much, is he like in the comments all the time?
Because it's the same with me. When people hate someone, they can become obsessed with them. Like with me, people become obsessed with me even though they hate me. And the same with the Fogger has the power of the Fogger, and the Fogger phase is very manipulative. Yeah. No one's got out of more shitstorms than the Fogger. Yeah, I've never seen anyone. He's a duck and diving all over the place, man. Like, I've not seen anyone.
Listen to this here. It's more down to the actual character because if you look at Big Odds, yeah, people just hate him and don't bother with him.
Yeah.
They don't go on his channel or nothing.
I heard he was doing a 24-hour stream yesterday.
Oh, he went mad yesterday. He said he was black on the. Or people thought he was black on the stream.
What?
When they found out, they're like, what?
What's this about Banksy? What's this about Banksy on Reels yesterday or something? Banksy started saying he'd deport all Bunga Bunga was saying something about Banksy on Reels yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah, Banksy was on his channel yesterday saying, "Oh, I would deport all Asians, this and that."
Now I better talk to him. Can you let me stay, please? Can you let me stay, Banksy? Yeah, so I'll go speaker's corner here. Get him on here because I want to ask him, and if you can control the conversation because he's very low impulse savage. Let's see if we can get him on there and talk to him because he was saying yesterday that I should be dragged out of speaker's corner by Sikhs. But why do you allow Suleiman? Why do you allow Abu Qasim? Why do you allow all of these individuals that are extremists linked to Anjem Chowdhury and Sheikh Faisal? And you don't want them dragged out, or you don't ask for them to be dragged out? Very interesting question, because I haven't, from what I know, been arrested or charged doing anything. So, can you jump on a panel and tell people why?
I've got a question as well afterwards.
Yeah, so I want to know, why is it one Sikh here? Because one thing I'm getting sick and tired of is like, I'm one Sikh, yeah. There's not 50 Sikhs at Speaker's Corner. There's one, me. Now, if I want to go Speaker's Corner and speak what I want to speak about, I don't understand why you have to then demonize the whole community because of one person. Does that make sense? Like, I'm one person. There's not even, there's two other Sikhs that speak, 2 or 3, but they don't really go on camera and only come once in a while. So I just don't understand. Either I'm very powerful and my voice resonates with everyone and that's what they're scared of, or, what is the alternative? Because I can't think of anything.
Because you're like a meme.
Yeah, whether it's like a meme or whatever.
You're a meme, Raj. That's what it is. I tell you straight, man. I'm telling you straight. It's your character.
Memes are not
your character. You're there. You take the piss out of people, and people will give it back to you, and then you retaliate as well, and then all that shit. And then obviously you got your crazy views, and it's just all that shit put together, man. You're just comic.
Whether I'm a comic character, whether I'm a joke, whether I'm a clown is irrelevant to me, to be honest with you. Whether you take me seriously, you don't, it doesn't make no difference. This is why you're not going to have to beat me, because I don't get embarrassed. I don't really give a shit if you like me or you hate me.
A
But
constantly evolving meme.
I need
Constantly
to know why
evolving
people like the
meme.
young Ottoman,
Walking,
Constant.
talking,
no speakers
constantly
corner, and
evolving.
all of these
It
people are
it
so
evolves
intimidated by me.
according to his
Why are they so
surroundings.
intimidated by the
According to
Raj?
his surroundings. By
Why are they so intimidated by one Sikh? It's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed for people when they can't take one Sikh person's voice. I'm one.
Oh no, we had.
Oh, Oz, where are you going?
He's
Oz
gone. He's
jumped on.
gone
I
to
don't
do
know
a
where he's
magic.
gone
He's
now.
gone to do magic.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
back after he cast his
So
spell.
I need to understand, why are they so shook of me that they want to silence me? Like, I'm one person. Just ignore me. Ignore me. Just pretend I'm not here.
Raj, I got an idea. Do you know what the best debate would be?
I want Fogger to let's all do a
Oz
petition to get
against
Fogger at
you know the
Speaker's
Rukia
Corner.
guy. Nah, Oz against the Rukia guy. Oz against the Rukia guy. Remember the Rukia guy?
They were police though. Bloody hell. No, I think
That'd
they'll
be
get
a
on. I
debate
think
and
they'll
a
get
half.
on. Now, can we look? Yeah, I'm going to say something. I don't normally say this, but Fogger, if you go Speaker's Corner, I will not tell you to take your mask off if you come. Yeah, like just turn up. Yeah. I'll allow for the first. I'll talk to you. Like, I need the Fogger to come Speaker's Corner. I got to see.
Would you protect him, Raj?
Yeah, I would.
Protect for
The
him?
thing about Fogger, yeah, I actually have a soft spot for the Fogger, yeah, like in the sense that I need Fogger in the world, yeah, because I find him hilarious. Whenever I jump on his channel, it's such a shit show, yeah. It's such a shit show. I've never seen a show, yeah, that can go that shit, yeah. And the Fogger always gets unscathed. That's the worst thing about it. Have you realised?
To be honest, I would say, you know, especially the I saw in Dan's comment section. She still came in the park when nobody expected her to jump in the park.
Who?
Like Sia when she came to the
Oh yeah,
park that time.
Sia done a great move there, man. I got to give her credit for that because.
Yo, what? Sia Live went to the park.
Oh, you
Yeah. Watch her on her channel. She went to.
Go onto her channel, play it in the background. You not see it? She was filming me.
It was actually fucking funny.
So what it was, yeah, on the day, yeah, because it's quite late and I was in the heckling mode, and there was Winter Wonderland. We had a lot of people walking in and out, so it wasn't out of the norm to see, women in there for once or children or stuff like that. So it wasn't that kind of weird. If it was now when Winter Wonderland's, I think I would have spotted somebody filming or walking around that wasn't there normally. And so I just remember heckling, and I just remember this lady just kind of filming, and I just looked to the side, I was like, oh, who's that weirdo? And I was like, all right, she just filming, and I started heckling. It's only after I found out it was Sia Live, and she was there kind of doing a commentary like I was some kind of a Fogger Faz beast or something like that.
Like some David Attenborough shit.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. If Sia can come to the park, why can't Sir Faz not come? I don't understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, look, I would even normally I say to people, like, if you're gonna come to the park with your mask on, yeah, I'm not gonna talk to you. But the Fogger, I'll make an exception. Come to the park, put your mask on. Let's talk in real life. I need to meet the Fogger. We need to figure out where he come from, and what is his purpose in this world, apart from the MMA mixed martial arguments channel. That's all he seems to do. Yeah. With Sia, yeah, another reason I didn't realize it was Sia.
Oh shit! Is that Sia? Yeah.
Yeah, she's not fat, bro. Everyone.
Yeah,
this
is the thing that I didn't reason why, because everybody was putting memes out in the back that Sia was some big balloon, yeah, or some big giant haystacks. And so I didn't even for a second think it was Sia because of all the memes in the back chat of her being bloated. And so when I saw that lady, she was small and petite. I was like, all right, I didn't even think nothing of it. So yeah.
Madness. Fucking hell. Oh shit, Sia Live. Oh, the fucking. It's like a candid one. She's like zoom. Who's that? That's what's his name? Isa.
I guess
she should jump on the panel if she's not busy.
And the little Suleiman was there as well. She should have saved Suleiman.
Yeah, Suleiman was going to jump on the panel the other day, but I think he kind of, people started discussing like the ethics of having him on the panel, and I think he backed off. But
no, I think you shouldn't be. Look. I don't think there's an issue with having people on the panel as long as you make it clear that you don't support their views. But you don't have to constantly worry about who you have on the panel. I think, let's let them on, have a chat with them. I think Suleiman can still be saved. This is why I'm a little bit more soft with the guy. I don't think he's all bad. A bit like Darth Vader. He's still a little bit of hope for that guy.
Who's that, Suleiman?
Yeah. Because you don't.
Suleiman's cool, man. You know, it's Suleiman. He is actually a very nice guy and everything. But I don't know. Personally, with me, I haven't really heard him say anything extremist. He doesn't really speak much, but I'm assuming he came on some TV.
He's basically he's like a quiet guy.
Yeah, but he's still dangerous. He could just, you don't know, someone like him, because of the way he is, he's very easily manipulated. He's still dangerous, but I do believe that with a little bit of hugging, maybe cradling like a baby, and the adoption, maybe he might come back. So I'll adopt him if I have to, but he's not receptive to it. Hold on one second. Got a message from Manny Cinder. Let me just see what Manny Cinder's saying. Sorry.
Big up to MEP. He said 3 Indian brothers.
In my eyes, bruv.
Yeah, what's going on? We got an Indian takeover today. I think you might be right, MEP.
Know, right?
Yeah, Indians are
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. Though, yeah. Three Indians on the panel, but when you talk about Raj, it doesn't look like he's Indian. Like, no disrespect, but he doesn't look like it.
Who?
You.
I don't look Indian.
Raj, he doesn't look like Indian.
Indian as
who do I look like then? I got a turban on and I'm brown.
Everyone would say you're Pakistani still.
Oh no! How dare you! How dare you! How dare you!
That was a good one, Shahid.
Oh no!
Raj looks Pakistani.
For the first time, I was going to say India Zindabad. Yeah, just to get myself back in the Indian fold. No, I'm Punjabi, man. I don't really see myself as
we gotta get I am an Indian on the panel at some point. That me up, man.
Look, I'm in India is one of the greatest guests to have on a panel. Though I used to get him onto my one, and you can have hours of chat with him because he's such a goddamn lunatic. Yeah, you need to start getting him on because he's one of the most interesting characters. That's for definite.
He's not on camera much. Yeah, maybe say it. So Faz is never on camera, but.
The fogger. Yeah, he's more interesting than the thing. But no, I'll tell him next time because he's normally. I actually think he might be Speaker's Corner skits.
Oh shit!
So you think?
That's an interesting.
No. I think I'm an Indian might be Speaker's Corner skits.
Oh shit!
No.
Well, if you think that everyone says that Speaker's Corner skits is actually rebel mode. Like, there's different opinions.
You know what? I actually thought this myself.
Answer. Get Suleiman on. Get Suleiman on. Dude, he's in the chat. Get Suleiman on. Let's chat to him.
Be civil with him.
Look, whenever I see him, me and him, I'm never rude to him. All I do is sing Christmas carols at him and say I'm going to adopt him. That's it.
Big up Grey Dunya, yeah. Grey Dunya clocked me almost saying Fogger Faz. I've said it.
Fogger Faz. A creator from the Black Lagoon of Bangladesh. Please, Jafar, can I have some more? Please, Jafar, can I have some more? Fogger Faz. Yeah, we need to all join forces. To get Fogger Faz to Speaker's Corner. We'll start doing a GoFundMe. Let's get him.
Yeah, because he's from far away, isn't it?
What? From the Black Lagoon of Bangladesh?
Yeah. He lives close to Shahid. He lives close to Shahid. You should hold his hand and bring him to Speaker's Corner.
Yeah, why don't you bring him with you, man?
Who, me?
Yeah, bring the Fogger with you.
Yeah, bring Fogger Faz.
Let's see.
Yes, Grey Dunya. Big up yourself, man.
What's happening, Dan?
What's going on, bro?
No.
You're back to
What's good, bro?
Yeah, you clapped me, bro. I know. It slipped out.
The name's official now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's stuck, man. You can't change the Fogger. The Fogger is stuck in everyone's head. What did you think of? I don't understand that with them. Where's the debate with Amrize then? Where's the debate with Amrize? Did he get shook, Fogger?
I think he doesn't want he shook.
Oh my god. The Fogger is now done out here, man. because I wanted to see. I was actually waiting for that debate, man. I was.
Oh, what's
actually
good, man?
gonna-
You no one went to Speaker's Corner today.
Yeah, we did. We got. Was it what
Mr. Rax
Rax?
went to Speaker's Corner for real.
He filmed a one little segment of the gate with Uncle Usman, and I think he went home. That was it.
Oh my god!
Well, Uncle Usman went to the park as well.
Yeah, it was closed though, but he just stood outside. He's dedicated. He's got dedication, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
big people in this too.
No, I think most people got told by social media unless she wasn't on there. Yeah. So what's going on, man? Start a topic then.
So what was the topic, man? How long has the stream been running for?
We've been just talking about Fogger Faz for the last hour and a half.
Okay,
Raj
pigeon.
wants to bring Fogger fast to the park. He wants to bring.
Now I said that the Fogger is one of the most unique characters or creatures to ever come out of this earth. I need to find out who he is. Like, talk to him in real life. Because he's ducking and diving skills from controversy.
Big up to Gain. He's saying that the creature from the Black Lagoon had some good effects and camera work for its time. I agree, man. It's pretty convincing, to be fair.
I saw the creature, man. It looks mad. Like now I think that's Fogger Faz, you know. A fish-looking man coming from the swamp.
Yo, big up.
Gills coming out.
Yo, Dad, what's up, dude?
Big up, TYO.
Oh, Go Speaker's Corner's coming soon, yeah, that degenerate. Jump on, Podida. Tell me why do I need to be banned from Speaker's Corner or dragged out by Sikhs when you don't mind your Muslim brother extremists?
You are
take a picture.
I wouldn't want you banned. I wouldn't want you banned.
We need to know. Yeah,
Speaker's
because you
Corner
guys are
needs Raj.
You guys are getting shook by one Sikh.
Speaker's Corner needs Raj.
Embarrassing.
Speaker's Corner would not be the same without Raj.
It's embarrassing. Wing Commander Percy Williams.
I can openly say.
Where's Wing Commander Percy Williams on your thingy? Why have you changed it today? You got shook, did you?
No, I change it all the time. If you notice, I always change it.
So what is this? What is this shoky thing now? You got.
We got the ingredients to marinate the pigeon. You just need to bring the lighter to spark up the
bring
gas.
Bring him up.
It's the shield. It's the shield of the house.
Let's fry him or roast him, that.
The shield of the house.
The shield of the house of the Ottomans.
But you're not Ottoman, Pudida.
No, I'm not.
So why are you obsessed with Ottomans?
Because it was a Muslim Raj. Because it was a.
Hello, everybody.
It was a Muslim caliphate. That's why.
Because you're
because it was a Muslim caliphate.
Because you're ashamed of your own Hindu history.
I've got a Sikh
you got no history. You got no history prior to Islam.
Raj, were your ancestors Muslim or Hindus then?
They could have been either.
What were they?
I don't know.
Just 2 seconds. Wait there.
Yeah, they could have been. I have no issue with that. But they chose the right path.
The host speaking.
I'm trying. Yo, but you can't say I'm not trying. I'm not trying to bring you in.
No, don't worry about it. Once Raj gets started, nobody can shut him up. Let him carry on. Let him. You just wind him up and let him.
Yeah. Let me go.
Get on with it.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Let him fry out. Yeah.
Boaty's here.
So you've met each other before then? I've seen you in the chat, bro. I've seen you in the chat.
Is that one of those old grandpas saying, Raj, you know, you got to stop doing this, mate. Raj, you got to stop doing this. We didn't do that in our days. What you doing this? Why? You know, day of the wars, we used to do this. We don't do that. That's what he does all day.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I never went Speaker's Corner dressed as the Rajaniga. When I was younger in World War II,
I have never ever said anything like that at all. You are gaslighting me. You are not just little.
Yes, I am gaslighting you.
Yeah.
Big
I
up,
said
buddy,
nothing
man.
like that before.
I'm just saying you're very preachy to me, like Raj.
I am. No. Because sometimes you say stuff, and I think, my God, you're gonna bring the wrath of God down on your shoulders if you're not careful. I am a little bit concerned. Yeah, and perhaps I am a little bit sort of preachy. And I apologise.
I know you're coming from a good place, but sometimes people try and be like, I don't sound. Starts getting annoying when people.
Oh, I can understand, and you
It's like,
put me in place. That's cool. It's cool.
Let me deal with it. Yeah, whatever's gonna come my way. Yeah, I know that whatever comes our way, it comes our way. I'm not here to be liked or have friends or whatever, man. I'm just here to
Yeah,
talk
but
my
dear God, Raj, sometimes, I mean, I go and hide behind the settee, sometimes with some of the things you say. You actually curl up the carpet. You really do. You really strong it sometimes. And I do. Raj, can you just ease up a little bit, man? And if I say anything in the comments, then you jump down my neck, which is quite right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Some of the stuff, and I'm gonna actually do more of it because when people tell me not to, I get worse.
Oh man,
this is the biggest problem. Like I don't like people tell me, Rod, don't do this shit. Just to spite you, I'll do it more. So the best bit is just to reason with me, and I say, okay.
Well, I am trying to reason with you. I mean, the trouble is that with the hate speech laws, the way that they are, you are playing with fire sometimes.
Oh, you saying that I could get legally screwed?
Yeah.
Maybe, but
everyone can.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think that'll be interesting. That'll be the thing about me. Yeah, whatever happens is my own journey. Like even if I was to get sued or get charged, that's my journey. Like I would actually. I'm not saying I'd like it, but I would learn from it. Do you understand? Like I've had bad experience in the past. That when I was going through it, it was a freaking shit show and a big headache. But I learned a lot from it.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And the trouble is that you say that, but I could foresee that the powers that be, the establishment, whatever, would crush you like a beetle under their boot. Like in that picture you've got.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
No. Oh, by the way, do you know you've got the boot on the face of the new picture you're doing?
Yeah.
Is that a reference to 1984?
Yeah, it's called 1984. So
is it that thing about the image of a baby crushing a baby's face forever? Is that a direct reference?
Yeah. So when I was doing it, like obviously 1984, and that's one of the sayings that like what is it? It says it's like a boot on the face of, I can't remember exactly.
A baby's face forever.
Yeah. So that was kind of the symbology.
So you would be the baby.
Is on the panel.
Oh, Oz is on here. Oz, big up Oz. Oz. Oh no.
Big up Raj, Kafar rantings, bro.
Yeah, big up the Kafari rantings, no doubt about it. I heard a little bit of your chat with Ibrahim earlier.
Yeah, what did you think, man?
Yeah, I think people need to understand.
I personally think it's a bit intellectual still.
Yeah, but I think the problem is people try and impose. Like Oz is a perfect example. People try and impose what they believe to be the norm onto people, and like some people like me and Oz are not the norm. Yeah, we want to live our life the way we want to live it, and some people aren't going to like it, and I think people get scared of people like me and Oz because they're not used to people being so forthright with their own views and stuff.
You know what it is, Raj? One man's devil is another man's God.
Yeah. Well, obviously I don't agree with the devil, so I was like in that sense. I don't want everyone saying I agree with the thing. But do you agree, Dan? Like people get scared of people that don't conform to society's norms. Not me generally, but just people in general.
Yeah, I would say so. I suppose it depends on what non-conformity is like a spectrum, isn't it? Like some people don't. I don't know. They'll go to work, but they'll dress a certain way, or they'll have they'll represent a certain subculture. So I don't know. You get like goths at work, you get hippies, you get all these kind of whatever. But I think a lot more people have taken up paganistic kind of, like if it's Wicca or whatever it is in the UK. Like a lot of people are into it now. But me personally, and druids and that sort of stuff. I'm interested in how Oz came to sort of find out about it, because last time I knew of Oz, he was Muslim, if that's correct.
No, he was born into it, man.
So Oz,
born into the Satanism.
You said something. No, you said something. Let's have a civil conversation, because when you start shouting at him, how are you going to bring him back to Islam if all you're saying
he
is
was never a Muslim, man?
But
himself to the devil's.
That's one of the things that Oz. One of the things that I heard you say earlier. You said that like you prayed to God when you was in Islam and He didn't give you anything. Like, could you just elaborate on that? Because I don't know if I heard that or misheard that.
Yeah, you heard correctly, man. So they say the prayer of an oppressed Muslim is the strongest form of prayer. Okay, and the angels rush to Allah to bring about this dua that is made by this oppressed Muslim.
Oz, don't
Okay.
lie. You never was
Man,
a
when you
Muslim, man. He was a
I'm
Quraniyun.
have intellectual
Let him
distinction.
finish. Let him finish.
Okay, let's have an intellectual
Not
debate,
address.
but be honest, innit? Get me?
Come on, Mad Dunya. You've been quite good recently. I've heard you have some good conversations for once.
He's making a lot of sense now. I mean, I got a question for Mad. Is there no return for somebody that like Oz? Is he done because he's taken the road he's gone? Is he done? Can he not return?
No, listen. It's not about that. Obviously, everyone can repent and come to the deen, but see, with this guy, yeah, since the start of his speaking school now, bullshit and that, yeah, like it's all been insincere, dumb character, fake act, and all this shit. He even said it himself. He said he was a Muslim to infiltrate in the Muslim community or whatever, online, whatever. Yeah. You get me? So his whole journey there was insincere from the start. You get me?
Yeah, I see what you're
So
saying.
I'm more about with character. Look, you can be Christian, whatever, innit? If you're insincere, then you're a pagan, innit? You get me? Obviously, anyone can. If you could be anyone from any religion, but if you're sincere, then you will come to the truth, innit? You get me? But
Yeah, and what you're saying is it's very difficult to trust him.
Huh?
You're saying it's very difficult to trust him, given what's happened before.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. You get me?
Good
Like,
questions. Good
he's
questions,
been playing
buddy.
a lot of games.
Yeah. All right, so Oz, what do you feel of that criticism from Grey Dunya?
He's doing some juju magic spells.
He's just doing Black Dunya.
Doing some spells, but don't worry. I will be letting that shit done.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, like, if he's happy what he's doing, yeah, like, who are we to, like, you know, judge him? Like, let him do it. Like, if he was to, because I don't believe Satanists really believe in Satan.
Yo, Pigeon, you believe in Jaddu, innit?
I look here when you're saying Jaddu, you mean like magic and stuff?
Yeah, magic, yeah, Jaddu and all that spells.
Yeah, I've been told that it's true. Have I seen it myself? No.
So what kind of forms have you experienced in India?
Well, look,
or the stories,
yeah, all right. So I give you,
you know,
like, there's stories of people doing like David or stuff like that, and they're doing curses on people, and their whole family kind of has like bad luck and all this kind of children. People taking the hair off kids and then doing judgment and all that. There's also stories of possession.
People losing insanity.
Yeah, one of them is like possessions. Like, you know, you call them jinns, we call them fools. Yeah. And I've heard audios. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard audios of people having possessions, and people are like, you know, talking from someone from like 500 years ago. So maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I haven't experienced it myself personally. I know people think I've got a jinn in me, but it's not me. I'm like, this is me normally.
We all got a Satan in us, you know that, yeah?
When I finish eating, I'm going to come on and we're going to have a civilized discussion, Mad Dunya. If not, don't address me.
Yeah.
He was being civilized. He was being civilized. He was being
civilized. It's gonna discussion.
This is the most well-behaved he's ever been.
He's being well-behaved. He's been.
It's a miracle. Maybe he done Jaddu on you to make you be well-behaved. Maybe his Jaddu was working.
Fuck it, though.
No, you know what it is? I had a big fat munch here.
Yes, pick up yourself, great Dunya.
Because even in the UK, in the West, they used to believe in this stuff as well. Now they don't, but in India, it's still rife that people believe in possessions and stuff like that. It's quite the norm. Is it Dan? I don't know. Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard certain. I've heard certain stories. Yeah, I mean, yeah, West Indian. West Indian.
But do you believe it?
Do I believe it? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one to. I
you know
don't.
what? It's a difficult one. If you say you believe in it, then you'll be automatically be classed as someone who believes in supernatural stuff and that. So if you believe in jinns and other possession and that outside your realm, then there has to be God. You get me?
No, but
Yeah, I mean the problem I
understand?
have is like, look, the stories I've been told is from my parents. So like, if I don't believe what my parents are saying, so they're telling me they've seen it, so I have to believe something happened. I'm not saying it's exactly the way they said it because they were young when they saw it, but they've told me like there are people that they've seen somebody that's been possessed, and so what can
Yo,
I say?
Pigeon, do you know what this is called?
Oh,
They said,
gay dunya, yeah.
Yo, listen. You know, in India, they these guys here, they eat human corpses and that.
Yeah, but that's just like maybe 5 people.
No. There's a documentary done on it, man.
I
You
know
find
it's
it
5
easy.
people on the beach here out of 1.5 billion.
Yeah. But these are the priests and
it's not like you go to McDonald's and say, "Can I have an ear, a finger, and a bucket of heads?" Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Like, it's a
No,
little
this is
tribe.
what I don't mean that you fool. I'm saying here, these people are accepted in the society and they are high priest. Yeah, Agori, someone wrote in the chat, Agori people.
Yeah, I know.
They're accepted in the
Yeah.
community. They're priests and that people look up to them and they do all these sort of stuff.
I've seen it, and I'll be honest with you, it's disgusting. They're from a Hindu sect or something that's also frowned upon. Remember, I'm not a Hindu. I'm a Sikh. But yeah, I agree, it's disgusting. If they are accepted in the wider community for eating human beings, then yeah.
No. What it is? Wait, Roger's right. Yeah, I watched a documentary on this as well. Right? There's some sort of sadhus in it. You know sadhus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadhu.
There's a certain sect. There's a certain sect that believe in a certain god or something.
Halima,
yeah, something like that, and they eat human bodies, and they do all sorts of weird shit. They're bare weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like,
there's also sort of serial killers in the West who kill people and then eat parts of their body, and they're actually in the
do you know that
Jeffrey
one Japanese,
Dahmer,
that Japanese dude? There was like a documentary.
There was a Russian guy. Yeah, there's been quite a few. Yeah.
No, but that one Japanese dude, he's free, isn't it? He killed women and ate them in Paris and all them places.
Yeah, I've seen the interview with him actually. Yeah.
Have you read about
they eat feces and that is all, man?
Oh, he is it? I would hear that now on the thingy, man.
Is that what Oz does? Like, he has to go through some grimy stuff here to make his magic work.
Remember this video here?
Probably has to like drink period blood or something.
Let me clarify. The video on the thing here, they're not Sikhs, they're Hindus. So I'm not associated with this eating people and stuff. It's weird. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer.
You know what it is? It's not magic. This is what we believe here. It's not magic. It's genes helping, assisting you. You get me? And for you to call upon the genes, you have to be on a very dirty place. That's why people eat feces, like corpses, do all sorts of mad shit, or on the period blood.
That's shark as well, isn't it?
Yo, wait.
Yeah.
Wait, Gain is saying of all the things in India you play some Katrina Kaif. He said, who's Katrina Kaif or Kaif? I don't know who that is.
Is that the actress, fam? Is that the actress being Katrina Kaif? I swear that's the actress.
Oh, human head there. Is this the cannibals? Is this actual cannibal one?
Yeah, gories. Yeah,
they're crazy, man. Like, this is not normal behavior, man. They're definitely doing something from Satan or some kind of evil.
But don't
that's the way. No. It's not. What they believe is from a certain god. I forgot the god's name.
I think it's double. Oh, look at that dude with the thingy, man. He looks.
But don't you think a lot of this sort of magic stuff is linked in some ways with psychosis? With I mean. Some people use it as a kind of refuge. They use it. Yeah,
for these guys, they're not allowed to see their families for like 10 years or some shit like that. You have to
what's that magician's
with
name,
your families.
David Blaine.
No, the other one from UK.
I know who.
Alistair Crowley.
No.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
the one from up north. Yeah, Dynamo. Yeah,
Dynamo. Look, his story. He had to go in a place in a forest or something and stay there like, and then come back with his new magic skills and that. So you have to ask the question: what was he doing in the middle of the forest and staying there? And what did he get up to? In it,
Yeah, but he's not a real magician. He's an illusionist. There's a difference.
you see some of his tricks and that. It's not illusion.
No, you do not right. So if you see the one where he's all right, so when he's on a bus here floating, can you not see that he's actually being held up by a metal kind of like cast on his body? Like
I don't know about these. I don't know about these stuff, but you see the simple ones, getting string out of his body, like getting it through his fingers and shit like that, putting his hands inside glass and getting object out, things like that. You get me?
Yeah, but you can Google how they do it. It's not freaking.
Well, Google how you do it. I've checked.
Is it like David Blaine? Is it like David Blaine?
Yeah.
Street magic. Street magic.
Yeah, Chris.
You know, he
Chris
has a
Angel
team
or
of
something.
You know, he has a team of about sort of 10 people. So whenever you see like a clip of him doing something quite miraculous, a lot of the people in the back shot are working for him. They're part of his team, and
Yes.
that to make it actually happen, like where he'll actually throw a card at a shop window, and suddenly it's on the other side of the pane of glass. You know, and it's the two people in the restaurant are working for him, and the restaurant is working for him. And sometimes when he'll actually do a
Dan
trick,
needs to play some of the videos too, and then you know what I'm talking about. There's some in China is they change mask in a space of second, few different masks. You get me?
yeah.
Yeah, but that's known as like sleight of hand, isn't it?
Like how would they I've seen one documentary.
It's known as
where are they
known as
carrying all
sleight of
these
hand.
masks and that? You get me?
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I mean. Everything is all specially designed in it for the actual trick, and obviously the magicians themselves actually, they actually do it. If you watch,
some of them are like
videos,
that though. Some of them are like that still, man. You get me?
Yeah, but you know, they're not real magic. Like it's just a sleight of hand and it's illusions. They're not really like putting something into like putting a rabbit out of a hat. It didn't magically appear.
Obviously, there are a lot of illusionists and sleight of hands and that. But there are
look at this video of the Indian Michael Jackson. It looks like a Mawlid party.
Because we believe magic. You know, these magic illusionists, they existed in our Prophet Musa salam time, innit? You know, the staff turned into snake and that. Like when the priests were challenging him, they was calling him magician. You get me?
Yeah, that a bit different though. That's a bit different. I'll tell you why, yeah. There's this magic known as actual magic in it, where you change matter. Does that make sense? Matter. Yeah, so you change actually magic when someone just that with their own will. But then got was a street magician, which is actually just an illusion. They try to do it just to like trick your mind.
Sorry,
does that make sense?
I got distracted, but Dan is making some funny
videos. That's the Mawlid video. The Mawlid video.
That's the Indian Michael Jackson,
fam. Big up to Gade, man. Gade is keeping me entertained this evening. Big up yourself, man.
Have you not seen that when they're dancing to the Mawlid? That's exactly how they're dancing in like some village in like Africa or something like that, like the Mawlid dance.
Yo, someone's gonna have to go and get someone's gonna have to get Amaz. Someone's gonna have to get Amaz because I can't keep letting you. You're I'm not gonna say you're slandering him, but I know he's gonna be. someone send him a message. See if you can get hold of Amaz.
He said to me, I was on Jordan's, and me and Jordan were having a very good conversation, and that bloody Maulidi in Keiki jumped on and derailed it. He said, "You got to apologize to me." I said, "No, I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing."
I heard it was on Jordan M's.
Yeah, he celebrates.
The toenails. Oh, yeah. What about that?
He celebrates Mawlid, and the thing is, instead of concentrating on trying to legitimize Mawlid, why don't you tell people to stop eating cake and dancing on Mawlid? Doesn't look so crazy. Like, spend your energy on that. Yeah. instead of telling me not to speak about it. I'm not the one that made those pictures up. I'm not the one that told
But
people
what it
stuff.
is, Raj,
Your man's got a
Raj,
cake picture on the screen, you know.
Raj, he's the only one that
Oh no, he's gonna come
he's the
mad.
one that celebrates Mawlid on these panels. He's the only one that does it, man.
TOITN.
No, Ali does it. Ali celebrates Mawlid. You do know that? He told me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Ali
his
Khan.
Shia, the one Shia does Mawlid too.
You got a countdown to
Sure.
Ali
Yeah,
Khan.
yeah, yeah.
Ali Khan's gonna
Remember
bum rush.
one time.
Ali Khan's gonna bum rush the panel any minute. Watch.
Listen to this, yeah. You know, one time, yeah, Mr. Ahmad was having a debate about Mawlid, innit? Do you know
Wait, before
the Shias? Remember that?
Before you go
Yeah,
into
that's
this,
it.
you should explain what my lead is to Boaty, because I don't think Boaty knows anything about any of this.
Something to do with huge cakes, isn't it? Where they sort of
It's
eat,
kinda what I
eat a
get.
cake the size of a car or something.
something like that.
Yeah.
Raj will explain.
Is it a magic
Raj,
one?
let me-
They eat
let
a
me-
cake the size of a car.
Okay,
They don't
let me-
put on
let
any
me-
weight or something.
You know, the
Let me-
memes are
Let me
educational.
explain
man.
what I
Everyone's
learned,
picking
yeah,
things up.
because I can actually argue against what's it called, Amraz, and defeat him in like 3 minutes. So basically, Mawlid is celebrating the birth of Prophet Muhammad, yeah, and most Sunni Muslims, I'm not saying Shias, but most Sunni Muslims try to follow Prophet Muhammad and the first few companions, or like the rulers, yeah, in terms of what they did. Now, if they didn't do the Mawlid then, or celebrate Prophet Muhammad's birthday, then the Muslims shouldn't do it in later generations. And no, Amraz has not provided proof that
Okay,
they ever
Raj, let me just
celebrated it.
cut in.
Now, the
Let me
thing is
just
that
cut in.
now what's happened is that Indian culture,
Your pigeon,
culture
Sheikh
from
pigeon,
India
your Sheikh
has
pigeon.
infiltrated the kind of like the Pakistani community and people from North India, and they
Yo,
do a lot
Boaty,
of
let me
what's
just
called,
quickly explain it to you, man.
they do a lot of what's called kind of celebration of Mawlid, but they go to the next level by having these massive cakes here that you need to put on the screen, dancing like Michael Jackson's Thriller, and just doing some mad stuff here. So yeah, it's just a bit weird.
One sec, yo, Boaty, let me just give you a
Sheikh
quick brief and summary. Yeah?
literally died.
Yo, one sec, yeah, I know, bro. Sheikh pigeon.
Shake
One sec,
pigeon,
yeah.
shake pigeons here.
Yo, Boaty, basically, let me tell you why he's a Mawlid. Our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's his birthday, but it is wrong. There's no Sunnah. We believe in Sunnah. What he practiced, we follow in it. None of his companions celebrated his birthday. So
Do you know when his birthday is? Do you know when his birthday is?
I'm not sure right now because he works on an Arabic calendar, innit? And
Right.
basically, his birthday, the day he was born,
Actually
that's
unknown.
the day
It's
he
actually
died.
unknown.
Yeah, that's the day he was born. That's the day he died as well. So how are you gonna celebrate birthday? You get me? Are you celebrating his death day? There's so many things to it, like the argument in it just beats it. But I think people are just stuck in the tradition in it, and that tradition started off with the other side, the Shia side sect.
Oh, it's the Shia's fault again.
No,
So
for
why
real
does the
though. For
cake have
real.
to be the size of a room? I mean, why does the cake have to be the size of a car park? You know, I mean, why does it have to be
There's
so
excessive
huge?
in Islam. There's not. You can't be excessive, but these lot are being excessive in it. That the whole practice comes out from a it doesn't come from Islam, basically. You get me?
Yeah, they probably roll about in the cake.
Well, I thought I saw a clip where they're all eating the cake on a car, and the car's going down the road, and they're sort of.
No, there's one clip, there's one video that I can't find it, but it was a car with a Mawlid cake on the top of the car, and I couldn't tell whether the car was driving with the Mawlid cake or it was stationary, but it looked like it was driving. So I don't know. It was just a weird thing.
Raj is such a breaky. You won't even Google Mawlid.
Yeah, I just because I want to know if you're saying that what he's doing here is like un-Islamic, and then when I type in all of this stuff and there's nothing there, then you're lying about him. But when I typed it, all I saw was cakes and dancing and all that kind of stuff. So you had a point, didn't you? And I did find it quite humorous as well, watching it.
Is some of that tied in with Hinduism? Because I understand there's a white horse as well somewhere in Shia. Is there a?
Oh no!
There's Zuljana.
Oh, is that Sufi? Is that there's a sort of white horse?
Yeah, that's a whole different. That's a whole different kettle of fish that you've opened up there. That's like.
Yeah, Hinduism, like, TYO is from a Hindu background. He's embarrassed of his roots. So
Yo, big up your human, yo.
he says he's
Yeah.
Ottoman, yeah.
Yo,
But the thing is,
no,
most
listen.
most Pakistanis and Sikhs and Muslims
My
were
ancestors were
all
either
probably Hindus.
from Iraq or they were Hindus. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yo,
alhamdulillah,
Dan.
the best thing is they accepted Islam. Alhamdulillah. That's the beauty in it, though, Raj, isn't it?
Mashallah.
Yeah.
Even if they were Hindus, they accepted
Yo,
Islam. That's the
Dan,
beauty
Why
in
let
it.
me
don't
let me
you
put a
celebrate your
request.
forefathers' history then, the Hindu history as well? Because
Yeah,
that was still there.
Wait there, one sec. Grade
Why
Why
Dunya.
should I
celebrate
celebrate?
Ottoman?
1 second.
Yo,
Celebrate what?
Dan.
Instead of honoring the Ottoman Empire, why don't you try and honor your ancestors?
The Ottomans were Muslims. That's why I honor them.
So what about
And I'm
anything
a Muslim.
All right, so
You
what
wouldn't
about
know about religious. One second, you wouldn't know about religious-based empires because your Sikhs have never had one. The one that you did have only lasted 50 years. You only had one emperor, and it ended with him. So you wouldn't know about religious-based.
Let's keep it civil.
Before that,
Mad Dunya, what were you
Dan.
gonna say,
No,
bro?
it is civil.
Let
I'm
me
being
ask
very
you
civil.
something.
I'm giving him cold hard facts.
Yo,
Can you
Dan,
name me the Sikh empire?
One sec. Let Grade Dunya just make his point quick.
Empire.
One second. In 10 seconds, Raj and TY go at it, yeah? Gross is on the call now as well. It's going to get mad. 10 seconds. Mad Dunya.
Right here now.
Go on.
Yo.
Yeah,
It's going to go into
Pigeon,
no
shut up, man.
impulse control.
random
Ghost
old,
is inbred like 50 generations. He can't control
Yo,
himself.
Pigeon, shut
What?
up.
random.
Yo, Dan. There's
Yo.
a quick request.
Ghost is a
Now, Raj,
degenerate.
don't.
See what I mean about calling inbreds? He can call other people's mothers. He can call other people's mothers inbred.
When you're drawing
Yeah?
old people,
So
or do
the
you take
reality is, Teja and his mom are brother and
Ah,
sister.
shit.
Teja and his mom are brother and sister.
So if you don't want to know the causes of incest and
Yeah,
what,
look at this pigeon right here. His mom and dad are brother and sister.
look at this there, guy. We'll show.
Yo, come on. Listen, we can do better than this. Yo.
People, it's 45 years old. It is 45.
Very good. Very good. It's amazing how one little Sikh here can get these guys so shook up, man. It's unbelievable.
Ghost, I'm gonna leave him to you. I'll be back in 5. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll be back in 5.
Let me just have a quick say, then I'll go. Yeah. You know.
This guy can't control himself. He's been all of his God Raj. Yeah,
Grey Dunya. I only want to hear you for the moment. Hold on, just 1 second, please. Grey Dunya.
Yo, I was just gonna make a quick request, bruv. Like, with us and that he's on mute, it's just sitting there. He must be doing some juju magic. Just remove him for a bit until he comes back. He can be.
Fucking hell.
It's be uncomfortable for him to be kind of muted up, bruv.
All right, Ghost. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on. You wanted to address Raj. Go on.
Yeah, all I was saying, that this guy is going around drawing random old people from nursing homes and he's classing them off as his gurus and the accomplices of Bandate Bahadur. Was he actually the picture of him, or was it some random old guy from India that you drew that was stuck in the nursing home? And you took the picture of him. Let me finish, man. All right. I'll be serious, yeah. You all right, are you drawing pictures? You leaving the dentures in, or you just making fake teeth for them? Just want to.
You want to answer? You got no impulse control.
No. Listen,
Right, so let me answer it then. You need to have to control yourself. You're savage, yeah. I will actually, I'll actually civilize you, you savage. Yeah, you need to control.
You can civilize yourself.
You are a savage. Relax. Learn how to stop talking and be able to have a conversation, you savage.
I'm your worst nightmare. When you're doing people.
All right, so Dan, you need to be able to control, because this guy he cannot allow people to speak. Yeah, this is the problem with him.
All right, I'll be quiet. Go on.
All right, so when I do my drawings of a look at this, look.
All right, go on. I will say it.
All right. I know you're in awe of your God Daraj, yeah, but you need to calm yourself. So when I do my Sikh drawings, I don't actually use faces. I actually make the faces up. I haven't used any reference photos because I don't believe in copying someone's face. So if you look at Raindrop's avatar, it's one of my drawings of Baba Deep Singh. That face was just from my imagination. 95% of my drawings are from imagination. The only one I've used someone's face. No, my Guru Nanak one is very different. Hold on, my Guru Nanak Dev Ji one is very different from Sobha Singh's. I have a different version. I never copy these one. And so when it comes to Guru, the only one I actually have used, the only one that I have used is Guru Gobind Singh Ji's one, because I've always loved that version or that kind of interpretation. Like I said, we do not worship these pictures. Anybody that thinks these pictures or paintings are actually representations of the Gurus, how they exactly looked, you are wrong, and you cannot do that. And if you pray to them, you are wrong.
Yeah, you start going on a monologue. No one said you worship these pictures, yeah? And I don't know why you have to justify that.
I want to.
Yeah. So
I want to.
Yeah, you're drawing random people.
Yo, ghost. Bruv, you got to be able to deliver this punchline without laughing, bruv. You're laughing at
explain to me the people that I've been drawing.
Ghost, you're killing it, bruv.
Now, what people have I been drawing in? Because I've told you they're from my imagination. What people?
I'm trying to be respectful to your platform, yeah? The guy keeps putting in.
All right, so
I'm sorry, man.
You need to explain the old people that you're saying that. I was spoken to Manny. He's not getting divorced. I hope you got lawyers. He will be taking legal action if you keep just spreading that rumor.
Have you seen it? Then you say I go on the savage mode when you start changing subjects. So if you want to get onto Tranny Cinder, yeah, I will get onto him. Yeah.
How did you spread that rumor earlier today? Because it's a very slanderous rumor.
That was my opinion.
That's your opinion.
Listen, you want me to explain, yeah? So shut up then, yeah? So
do you want Manny Cinder on your case? Because that guy will rip your bun, man, hard.
Whatever.
Manny Cinder is not like me, man. He's much more savage than me, man.
Manny Cinder's a little pussy tranny, yeah?
Has been on hiatus, but when he comes back here, he will chew you up in 1 second.
Yeah, bring it.
Like he did Adam Rashid. That's what Adam Rashid.
Bring it, man, bring it.
You always are. Was crying when we freaking were.
You always talk.
Let me
Raj, when you draw your drawings, one second, Raj, when you draw your drawings, do you draw them with the intention of depicting any one of the 10 gurus?
When I do my drawing, I'm doing a representation of the Gurus, and I say in my own head, I know this is not them. It's just honoring their legacy. And I do not draw from a reference photo. What I do is use my imagination.
No, I know you don't worship them, but do you draw them? But then now listen to what I'm saying.
My imagination.
Yeah. Do you draw them with the intention? Listen carefully to the word. Do you? 1 second, please, Ghost. 1 sec, please. Do you draw them with the intention of portraying any one of the 10 gurus? Listen carefully to the wording there. Do you draw them with the intention of portraying any of the 10 gurus? Yes.
Let me answer. So when I'm doing these drawings, of this guy has got no impulse control. Get back to your cave.
Okay.
You are a conqueror of the highest order, man. Dude, have you got a fault in you? Have you got a jinn in you or something? That's what you call ghost.
Yeah, whatever.
Have some exorcism, man.
Ask your question again, and then Raj, if you could answer straight away, because I've actually forgotten. I've forgotten what the question was.
Right. Raj, when you draw your drawings, do you draw them with the intention of portraying any of the 10 gurus?
So when I do my drawings of any of the Sikh artwork, including the 10 gurus, what I do is from my own interpretation.
Of the 10 gurus. So you already admit.
From my own interpretation.
It's the way you said it.
From my own interpretation, I use my own imagination in order to create a picture that represents the legacy of the gurus.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. He's explained that. Now my turn, yeah? So when you're drawing these pictures...
That's bidah.
Yeah.
That's Sikh.
Okay.
You do know
we're not Muslim, you haram.
We don't care about your shirk and your bidah. We don't care about your shirk or bidah. We don't have nothing to do with that. You're trying to impose your bullshit shirk and bidah on us. We don't care about your shirk or bidah.
Don't call out.
It's bullshit. We don't give a shit.
have a question.
Let's have a sensible back and forth. Ghost, you got a question?
All right, let me just explain my question. Yeah. So when you're drawing these pictures and you're drawing 60, 70-year-olds, yeah, and when you put massive biceps on them, or do you actually do any research how the gurus, how tall they were, you know, what bodily figures they had, if they had any beards, how long the beards were? Do you do any research in that, or do you just go like on a fantasy and start drawing any people from nursing homes, or what do you do?
First of all, we don't use anything from nursing homes. You might want to go to like a Sikh Gurdwara and say that to one of the Gyannis there and see what happens.
No. I respect the Sikhs. I wouldn't say it to them.
I dare you to walk into any Gurdwara and say those pictures on the wall. We'll see what happens to you when you walk out here, because I'm telling you, Sikhs may not be that polite to you.
Because you're challenging me.
So
last time you challenged the
Let me respond. I'll do some judging on this guy, yeah. This guy cannot control himself. He's a savage, yeah. From the caves of Pakistan.
Yo, Ghost, go and worship Hala Hala on the other channel, man. Yeah, go worship your Hala Hala on the other channel. Go worship Hala Hala.
Alright, so let's
go worship Hala Hala.
I've actually forgotten. You know this guy. I've actually forgotten what you even asked. So can you repeat what you said with allowing me to respond?
No. Can you have a civilized conversation? Does your pigeon brain allow you to do that?
Listen here, you.
Raj, he's talking about civilized discussion. He's talking about civilized discussion while in the same sentence calling you a pigeon and being derogatory.
Yeah, big up to us, man. So you could see.
You're a fucking idiot, mate.
And you wonder why he left Islam.
You are one of those low IQ people that talks about.
Look at the stay of you drugger. Look at the stay of you junker. You fucking junker. That's what you are. You fucking junker.
Hail Lucifer. Hail Lucifer. Hail Lucifer. Hail Lucifer. Hail Lucifer.
All right.
Junker.
I'm back. What's this caveman saying? What was this caveman saying, bruv?
So, what was the question, guys?
What was this caveman on, bro?
1 second, yeah. I asked him a question. Obviously, I'm asking you the question. When you're doing these drawings,
you need to answer though.
Yeah, I'll give you time to answer. But if you go on a monologue, I'm gonna fucking interrupt you.
It's not about a monologue because you're going on monologue. So if I want to go on one, I will.
All right, let me just at least pitch my question again. When you're drawing these people from nursing homes, are you actually doing the research of how your gurus look like, what height they were according to historians, or are you just drawing them like Incredible Hulk, or what are you doing?
What's it got to do with you? Are you a Sikh?
Dan, Suleiman wants the link. Dan, Suleiman wants the link.
Are you a Sikh? Are you a Sikh? No, you're not.
Yeah, just throw the link down for Suleiman.
You really got nothing to do with it.
Let Suleiman jump on.
For the audience, I'll answer. So what I do is I first of all look at as many reference paintings as old as you can go back to maybe the 1800s, because there are some that are kind of depictions here, but very flat, because Indian artwork didn't have what you call kind of 3 dimensions when they were doing the art. They were always flat, so it's hard to actually get a full representation. And there are sort of layouts of what the gurus look like. We know that they wore the Guru Gobind Singh Ji had a beard, the turban, and stuff like that. And we have a particular kind of like description of him being.
So you just drew your own perception of the guru, right?
Well, so for me, we do not. No one here is ever saying. No Sikh would ever say we know exactly what the guru will look like. But we have a brief brief outline of maybe the build and maybe kind of like the physical appearance, but not exactly. What I'm saying is this. One minute. You know, your obsession with Bidda and Shirk does not apply to Sikh.
See that you're diverting now.
What I'm saying to you, we don't care about this kind of stuff. So I don't know why you're wasting your time.
Raj, what they're doing, Raj, they're superimposing their beliefs onto your belief system.
You don't care
about this. Raj, can I ask Raj a question? Can I ask Raj a question?
I was speaking to him,
yeah, but we don't care about your Bidda.
Raj.
We didn't mention Bidda.
You did. Raj. I wanna ask you a question. Raj. So regarding them pictures, Raj, regarding them pictures, are there some Sikhs that are strongly against them?
Yeah,
Like, you
there's
know,
small-
from what I heard from RS Sid, innit?
Yeah, so basically, there's some people that they're kind of a fringe. They're talking about a real fringe that actually don't like.
Sid said that was
It's
random.
not- all right, so this guy, you got no impulse control. So there are some people that on the fringes, yeah, there's not a lot that actually believe that, you know, you shouldn't be having any of these paintings or drawings, but they're not the mainstream. If you go to any Sikh temple, including Amritsar, where the Golden Temple is, the Nankana Sahib or Kartarpur, the three holiest shrines of the Sikhs, they all have depictions of the Gurus. Until the governing body of the Sikhs say you can't do it, then these guys don't have no leg to stand on per se. So they
Do
can't
they have
do
these
nothing about it.
pictures in Gurdwaras?
Everywhere, every Gurdwara has paintings
So there's
of the
a
Gurus.
picture of a random old men in the Gurdwaras that look nothing like the Gurus that have been run from your imagination.
Not from my imagination. That was from
You said
Sobba
you
Singh.
draw pictures from your imagination. You said it about 5 minutes ago.
Did I say my pictures are in the temples? That I said Sobba Singhs are in the temple. My paintings.
But you said you draw pictures from the imagination.
I draw pictures from my imagination, but they're not in the Gurdwara. They're on social media and they're used in some places. Like
Yo,
on,
can I ask something to Oz, man? Yo, Oz,
I give you let me say. I'll give you an example, Dan. Sometimes there'll be a religious. Sometimes there'll be a religious video, and they'll use my drawing in the backdrop. Yeah, I don't charge for it. I don't do nothing. I don't make no money from it. And so that's the way my artwork is used. But it's not used in the Gurdwara. Yeah, that's mainly Sobba Singh's artwork, not mine.
No, but didn't you last time say there was a procession in India and they had your picture at the front of it?
Yeah, and I'll show you the picture. So in India, let me just explain something here.
No, you get how stupid that is. It's a random old guy that you're parading. That is not even your gurus. And they don't look like gurus.
Dude, can you let me down, please? Tell this guy.
If you picture of
conversation. Let the conversation go.
I asked him, but he goes on a monologue. He diverts. All right.
So you said,
I'm gonna have a cigarette. You talk.
All right, so he's right. In India, in Bihar, yeah, the birthplace of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and I'm very proud. It's probably the proudest thing that's ever happened. Is my drawing of Guru Gobind Singh Ji was used at the head of the procession, and when I saw it, my mum was so proud. I was so proud, and it seems like a little thing, but that is one of the greatest ever moments. When I saw that at the birthplace of Guru Gobind Singh Ji on his 350th anniversary, my drawing being used at the head of the procession, I've never been more proud. So big up to.
Okay, you've said it, yeah. But isn't bro? That's a random old man. It's not even your Guru Gobind Singh. It's some old geezer. Do you get that? Do you get how silly that is? It's not Guru Gobind Singh's picture.
Oh, all right. So we've already said that if anyone believes that is exactly what Guru Gobind Singh Ji looked like, or any of the gurus, you're wrong. It's an interpretation. And on top of that, no one actually believes that's exactly what they look like. What it is, we're honoring, yeah, through artwork. I know you can't understand it as a Muslim because artwork is banned. It's banned for.
When did you decide to become a Sikh?
We do not have, yeah, any kind of like rules forbidding artwork. I don't know why you're imposing your beliefs on.
I'm not imposing. I'm just questioning yours. I'm not imposing mine. I didn't say you need to do this. You're not understanding the question.
When you saw the stars, is that when you decided to become?
All thing is that you're drawing random people, and then you're connecting some old.
Let's talk to the Satanists. We've got a Satanist on the panel.
Dude, everyone's bored of your inbreeding bullshit, yeah? Like, you've got to stop, man. You're obsessed with me.
Now. You want me to go to your mom and dad, that their brothers are sex, and then
Raj, these waste men, yeah, all they can do is sit here online talking like they're really villains, like they're really gonna chop someone's head off. You're not gonna do none of that because you're not really a Muslim. You're not even Muslims, man. You're not Muslims. I'm telling you, you're not Muslim. You might as well start embracing shaitan like me, man. Just chill, shut up. No one cares what you say, my Dunya. No one cares what you say, you waste guy.
I'm asking you.
No one cares what you say.
I'm asking
You
This
moist
one-
you.
Question, man. Hey, man, I'm
All of
asking
these
you a
Muslims on the panel are wet.
man.
A bunch of wet Muslims.
Yo,
You 4 foot
Wet
midget, man.
Muslims.
when you saw the stars,
Wet
when you saw the stars,
Muslims.
is that when you
So,
Look, more wet Muslims. More wet
you're scared of the
Muslims.
Ishmaeli
It's,
community, aren't you? Oz?
look,
Oz is
they've all
scared
come
of
to,
the
to worship
Ishmaelis.
the shaitan. They've all come to worship the shaitan.
You're scared of the
To worship
Ishmaelis.
shaitan.
uppercut.
All of you
What
are here to
Ishmaeli
worship
community
the
you talk about? Ishmaeli community of
shaitan.
the club.
Big up the shaitan.
Jedi
Hashtag
uppercut.
666.
And
Big up
big up the
shaitan.
Qatari
Hashtag
uppercut.
666.
This guy's mother did not raise
Big
They
up
him.
the
don't know. Big up the
Qatari
The Ishmaeli
Kuffar
community.
thing.
Jedi
Hashtag
Community.
666. Get to know.
when you take
Get
Jedi
to know the Kuffar
uppercut.
rantings. As above, so below. The
You don't run
Kuffar
nothing, man.
rantings.
Jedi's
when you
uppercut.
take
So you get
Kuffar
slapped.
rantings.
Hey, let's stop
Kuffar
the heckling. Stop. Yo,
rantings.
Stop
everyone.
Celebrating all day, man standing on that
ugly
real shit.
goblin.
You
You
get
just
me? Letting
drank some
people talk.
Fucking
Beard
They're
ugly.
blood.
not being
Hey,
oppressed.
Suleiman's
Fuck
here.
you
Suleiman's
and
here.
your
Everybody.
oppression.
Okay,
Fuck you
everyone.
and your
Everyone.
oppression.
Ghost.
Pussy
You know,
hoes.
drank some beard blood.
Relax. Ghost. Okay.
Of order, a little bit of order, a little bit. Yo, Ghost, chill out, bruv. When you hear me talking, I beg you don't talk over me, bruv. You know what my voice is here for.
I
Yeah?
stayed quiet, man.
Cool. Yeah, no need for a response. Let me just get some order. M Stacks.
You've been talking
M Stacks.
non-stop, you
M Stacks, welcome.
I've been quiet, man.
Just M Stacks, welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, Suleiman.
Suleiman, welcome.
Suleiman.
Yo, yeah, he's on the panel. That's what I'm saying. We've got. Yo, we've got a mad panel. So, I want to get a little bit of
We got
order.
Suleiman here.
Asif, could you try and help me guide this through? So we've got a Satanist on the panel. We've got Ghost.
Yeah, let's bring Suleiman on first.
Inbred cave beast on it.
You got pigeon that's
Wow,
been
Shout for a bit.
Ghost, Raj.
Shit already. Let me
No,
ask
Asif, listen, yeah.
Yo, everyone, let Suleiman speak, bro. Suleiman never comes on panels.
Bro, I was trying to talk to Oz a long time ago, man. He started heckling me, bro.
Oz is a junkie, man.
Yeah, let Suleiman.
Ghost,
Can Suleiman speak? Ghost, relax.
Had a long talk.
Ghost.
Thing, man.
Let Suleiman. It's Suleiman's. Great Dunya. Great. Let Suleiman speak. Suleiman.
One second. Let me just ask one question, bro, to Oz. When you saw the stars, is that when you became decided to become a Satanist? Oz, you know the stars when you got the uppercut. Yo, Suleiman, go on, cast.
Drugs.
Okay, who's this mass Muslim? Who's this mass Muslim?
Yes, mass Muslim. Salaam alaikum, guys.
Hit the like button, 122 thingies. So hit it.
Assalamu alaikum, mass Muslim.
Oh, Sam, you right?
Yeah, long time, guys.
No, man, what's popping here, man?
We
Big
got
up all
Suleiman
the fake
back.
Muslims. Big up all the fake Muslims on the panel. Big up all the fake Muslims on the panel. They're here to worship shaitan. Hashtag 666.
That's
Hashtag 666. Come worship shaitan. Yeah, worship shaitan. Come and suck shaitan's cock, you pussy.
Okay.
Fucking banana god worship.
Can you lot stop? Can you lot heckling? At least show Dan some respect.
Just trying to have a good.
Show Dan some bit of respect in it. Let Suleiman. Suleiman, Assalamu alaikum.
Yo, we got let Dan
bruv,
speak,
Suleiman comes on, yeah.
Fuck your salams, man. Fuck all of that bullshit, man. Get to the point, you pussy. Get to the point, you little pussy.
Shut the fuck up,
fucking banana worshippers.
Waste some pussy. pussy.
Get to the point, you little banana worshipping pussy. Hurry up.
If he was on the floor,
Hurry up, man. Hurry up. Get to the point.
one punch drop you.
You little pussies. Look at these fucking waste men. These waste men. Bunch of waste men. Bunch of little bitches, fam. Certified pussies.
You're the certified pussy, bro.
Certified. You know them ones where they got certificates which says I am a pussy. They got them certificates. They got them in little.
The garden gnome.
Go through my.
fucking if Oz says something about Shaitan or whatever, that's what he's gonna do. Don't everyone respond to him at once. Just let a conversation flow. Yeah, cool. Suleiman, you jumped on the panel. I'm guessing you jumped on to speak about or to Oz. Did you want to address anything directly to him, or am I wrong in assuming that? Suleiman, are you there? Yo, that's an awkward one. All right. Well, Asif, he's jumped off as well. Has anyone got any questions for Oz? We got a new guest as well. Masked Muslim. Sorry. Have you got any questions for Oz? Qaqa, you got any questions for Oz?
Go on, Masked Muslim. Go on, let Masked Muslim speak in it.
Go on then, cut through, man.
No, I've got no question for this human. She's an idiot, bro. Why am I gonna ask?
Can I ask a question?
Go on, Ghost. Yeah, man, ask him.
Yeah. So, you know, he's acting all big and hard. One punch dropped him. Did his leg shake? Didn't the shaitan help him then? Because he just dropped to the floor like a sack of potatoes, little pussy. One punch dropped you.
Unfortunately, I was worshipping your banana god at the time. Unfortunately, I was worshipping your banana god. I wasn't worshipping Shaitan. So your bullshit banana god didn't do nothing. Yeah. You little pussy. Next question, pussy.
Man, all right.
Next question, pussy.
Remember this. We remember this. Is that what you said in McDonald's?
Next question, TOITN.
You remember this.
You little pussies.
Obviously, he's blaming God for being dropped by one punch, yeah? So what happened to the devil? Why couldn't he man up? He's supposed to be a man, yeah? And he got dropped by one punch, yeah? This is what happens. This is the advice to everybody listening. Do not take drugs, yeah? Do not become a junkie. When you become a look who done sniping,
you sound like a crackhead, man. Like you sound like you're out of your head on crack.
Yes, snipe him, Dan. You said you're gonna snipe next person to talk, so he interrupted. Yeah, so
kick out Rod. Kick out Rod.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, do not.
Mad.
All right. So what I'm saying, yeah, do not take drugs. Do not take alcohol. Stay away.
Listen, you little pussy, go and worship your banana god, man. No one cares about your pussy or advice, man. No one cares about your pussy or advice. Yeah, go worship your banana god. When you bend over, he's gonna shove the banana in your ass like he does 4 times a day. You little pussy. You go anchor yourself. You go anchor yourself, M Stacks, before you get flown away in these fucking winds, man. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about asking questions. You moist you. Big up Shaitan. Big up Qaqa. We run things. As above, so below. Hail Lucifer, the morning star. Hail Lilith, the goddess of night. Hail Satan. Hail Lilith.
Yo, Oz, I shagged your mother. I shagged your mother.
Hail Lilith, the goddess of the night. Hail Lucifer, the morning star. Hail Satan. 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 Hail Satan.
Zishan, how you doing, Zishan?
Yeah, man. Hail Satan, the Kufar thing, you little pussies. Go worship your banana god. Go worship your banana god. He's gonna shove that banana in your ass. He's gonna shove the banana in your ass. Go worship your banana god. Go worship your banana god.
Hello.
Neeky youths. Neeky little youths.
Guys, stop fighting all the time, man.
So, and when you want to get an intellectual discussion going,
Raj, why
call me on your
supporting
panel.
that guy?
No, those speakers call his real name Zishan, so I'm gonna call him Zishan from now on.
Raj, why are you supporting him?
Zishan, how you doing, Zishan?
You really think I'm giving money in my real name? Yes,
Zishan, no worry, whatever.
Raj supports any Islamophobe.
Oh, is that Halima the Chirel?
Yeah, no, you're the Chirel. You look more like a Chirel.
Yo, I think, hold on, wait, yo, one sec.
All the from the nursing home.
Guys, that was a good one about the
All people from the nursing home.
What did he do with the old people in the nursing home?
He old people. Leave the teeth in.
Oh, that's disgusting. And you know some of them have got dementia as well, yeah?
Random old people from nursing home.
They let anybody in. They let anybody in.
Crazy, man. Yeah. Can't even speak one by one, man.
All these kuffar on the panel weird.
Fucking cats, man.
Sicko, man.
All right, listen, yo. I think.
Big up to the Tarela.
I'm starting, you know it.
Yo, can I just ask, yo, did people jump on this panel just to talk over each other, just to shout?
Yeah.
Is that what you jumped? Because I'm guessing everyone's jumped. Everyone's jumped on to say something. To say something, yeah. I'm guessing.
All right, so I look like I'm outnumbered, like.
Yeah, so Raj, have you spoken to Raza recently? Raza.
Yeah, I did actually. A little while ago. He'll be back.
I want to ask Raj a question. Raj ran away. Raj,
he will definitely be back at Speaker's Corner at some point. I don't know when.
You must speak one by one, fam, or so.
He's just got a lot of things going.
We can't hear nothing from the YouTube, you know. Like his bare scrambled up, man.
Yo, the Satanist doesn't know how to talk one by one, man. You know he has too many demons inside. You hear me?
He's nasty, man.
Yeah, but to be honest,
he's a civilized conversation.
You know everyone. Hello, everybody. It's the British Punjabi thing.
Oh, shut up, Raj. You talk so much shit. Your voice is so irritating.
All right, hold on. Let's get
the nursing home.
Gay pigeon in UK.
Yo, I
can't. How can one trigger you so much, man?
You don't trigger me. You're nobody. You're nobody, man. Nobody. You're nothing.
Yeah, you're nobody, man.
You're not even Sikh.
Ignore me. Ignore me.
Heathen.
Just ignore me. You're obsessed with me, you guys. It's like
Halima. Let's me and Halima, man. Can everybody mute up?
God.
We're not gonna mute up for you, pussy.
Raj. Let him have a chat. Go on.
They're gonna talk about me. What? They're gonna say, Raj this, Raj this. Oh God,
What about the people you've been talking about, Raj? You've been dissing Real One and Mr. Singh. They didn't even talk to you. You make live streams about them.
Pussy Sikhs, who are
pussy Sikhs. Why would you call your own brothers pussy
Halima.
You're fake.
Both of them are pussy-os, I don't have to
You're fake. Anyway, shut your mouth. Guys wants to talk.
Yeah, I want to speak to Halima. Yeah, Halima, forget these people that draw old people.
Who's going to talk about me though? Who are you going to talk? What are you going to talk about?
Oh man, shut your mouth, you narcissist.
Let's have a look.
Oh, bless you. Go draw some old people. Yeah, you know the way he was sucking up to Lochin yesterday.
It's about me again.
Was he talking about him? Oh man! And then he calls me a Jadil. He sounds like that witch from what is it? Wizard of Oz. That laugh is a witch's laugh, Raj.
Yeah.
You're totally obsessed with me. Try having a conversation that's not about me, though.
Why not? Why don't you have a conversation that's not about Islam and Muslims?
One Sikh can get you so shook.
You're not Sikh. Stop saying you're Sikh.
Ignore me.
You're atheist.
Ignore me.
You're
a cultural Sikh.
Jesus.
You're a cultural Sikh.
Ignore me.
He's nothing to do with Sikh.
Ignore that. I'm not here. Pretend I'm not here, guys.
You didn't get baptized.
How much did you pay, Raj? How much did you pay?
I'm not here.
You didn't get baptized when you received your
Pretend I'm not here. Pretend I'm not here.
You just went to a shop and bought your pug and put it on.
Pretend I'm not here.
You
just went and bought a pug and put it on.
Ignore him.
You didn't get baptized.
Not about me.
Manny Cinder is nothing. Who is Manny Cinder?
Manny Cinder.
Why is he always threatening with Manny Cinder? Who is Manny Cinder?
Manny
Cinder is like.
He's a Trump.
He's been
threatening me with Manny Cinder. Manny's gonna debate
kiss his dad or something.
When Manny Cinder comes back, man, it's gonna be.
When my dad comes back home after work.
Little pigeon. Money Cinder knows. Money Cinder's been listening to me. He
Raindrop,
does not want smoke of TYO.
Money Cinder.
Manny Cinder, Raj, and Raindrop.
Money Cinders is rest in peace.
When we are all together, man, this gonna shoot
Halima,
you
did
guys.
you know Money Cinder told his own mom to fuck off? Money Cinder told him to fuck off. He stayed on his own stream.
Flipping hell.
You're saying
Are you mad?
Oh, he said it on his live stream and he was on.
You need to back this up. I'm starting to collect evidence here about the slander you're doing.
Right, we've seen the kind of people you support. You support Tommy Robinson.
Manny Cinder isn't
You need to back nothing up. Just like he doesn't back anything up. There's no such thing as he's going to
exactly.
Or no one's
Exactly.
suing no one. It's
Yeah.
all delusional. It's all in his head. It's all a delusion.
Yeah,
It's all a
everything
delusion.
Raj
No
says
one's
is
getting
hearsay.
done. Nothing is happening.
Like me. I'm a fair artist, yeah. Whereas Manny Cinder is a very.
You draw all people. You draw all
Hey,
people.
yo, everyone, come on, chill,
Money told his own mom to fuck off. Yeah.
Yo,
She said,
yo, everyone.
I'm speaking, bro. Yeah.
Chill.
I know you're.
Yeah, I know.
One second.
But
Let me tell you, in the back chat, yeah, Manny Cinder and this Go Speakers Corner have been at it on Discord. That's why he hates Manny Cinder. Manny Cinder.
So are you saying
Go Speakers Corner is a pedophile, apologist, and a
Are you
grooming
saying
apologist. So we found out that Manny Cinder has proved that Ghost here is a grooming apologist and a pedophile apologist. This is why he's upset.
Raj, we know so much about you. Where do we start?
Hey, let's start a topic, innit? Yo. Let's start a topic, innit?
I pick a topic, man.
Everyone, let's start. We got Suleiman here, bruv. Come, bruv.
Yeah, but
Suleiman's like he's been
let Dan speak to Suleiman, innit? It's his panel.
Suleiman Shahid through.
Dan, are you there?
Why don't you take a Suleiman out of part of speakers?
What's going on?
Walaikum salam, Suleiman. What's happening?
Nothing.
Are you cool?
This is the Raj show.
Forget about Raj. Bro,
Control Raj.
Bro, forget about Raj. Let's talk to Suleiman, innit?
Yeah, let Dan speak to Suleiman. Dan wants to speak to him.
Oh my God.
Dan's not here, but what's Suleiman?
He's there. He just said,
okay.
He's here.
Are you there, Dan?
Man, go on. Dan, go on.
I need to go.
Before I checkmate you. Exactly.
Fuck you now,
this is
man.
too much,
Fuck you
man.
now.
Suleiman's mic is low.
Let me say one thing and I'll go, yeah? So I just want to say, yeah, I'm sorry, Dan, for interrupting your show, yeah? Because when you got pigeons on, you have to come. Second thing is, what I said about Manny Cinder is 100% true. You can check his own live stream. He said that his mother said, they should culturally touch elders' feet, and he told her to fuck off. Yeah,
wow.
And that's a.
What about the allegation that he's being divorced? What about that allegation?
Okay, it's done.
Okay.
Bro, it's gonna go.
Big up, guys.
For another 20 minutes. Bro, this is gonna go for another 20 minutes. That's gonna go in circles.
Right, Dan, go on.
Bro, come on.
Please, can you guys speak one at a time, please?
Raj, forget about.
Nobody asked you to respond, Raj.
He's not on the panel.
Everyone,
stop assuming he's so important.
Can Suleiman speak for the last fucking 30 minutes? Okay.
He shouldn't be having sex with his cousins. It's disgusting.
Boot him.
Suleiman, welcome to the
Now,
panel.
don't make it about me, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Welcome,
I don't want to hurt you up, bro, but also I don't want to have you sitting on the panel where there's just madness going on.
Just welcome you to
of
the
course,
panel, innit, Dan? It's your, you know what I'm saying, innit? That's what I meant.
Yeah, let Suleiman, what?
There was a discussion.
Yeah, Suleiman, what brought you onto the panel today, Suleiman?
I heard what's his name? This guy hailing up Shaitan.
Yeah.
Oz.
So I was wondering,
Fuck Oz.
what's all that about, innit? I would have been like,
Suleiman, do you
yeah,
know the
yeah.
Oz, isn't it?
Rukia.
Yeah. Oz.
So,
We
when
had
it comes,
two.
But
when it comes
anyway,
to him,
what was the?
Anto, let me just explain what his belief is.
Who
Oz
said
believes
Raj
that
can talk for
Oz
him?
believes in Shaitan the same way. Oz believes in Shaitan like the same way you believe in Anjem Chowdhury. Both are devils.
Raj, I thought you were gonna be a bit civilized, innit?
Well, they are devils. Anjem Chowdhury is a demon.
No, but
and
not Raj.
They're both following demons, though, aren't
Raj.
they?
No, they're not following demons.
Well, so Anjem Chowdhury is a devil incarnate. Who is responsible
There's
for
a difference between a misguided guy.
Everyone knows that you're the biggest demon here.
Oh no.
So
Suleiman,
Raj, I told you to
sort
be
yourself
civil
out, innit?
when
Sort
he
yourself
comes
out,
on,
man.
and you said, yeah. Raj, like, come on, innit? Why can't you just have a civil discussion? The guy's here, he hardly ever comes on
He's a
panels.
weirdo, that's why.
We've actually had quite good discussions at Speaker's Corner, man. He's actually
Yeah,
not
so
that
obviously let's talk about this Oz guy
With
then.
who?
So
with you. We've had our little chats and everything.
Yeah.
You know,
So-called chats.
when I said that, I think there's still good in you, and we need to pull that goodness out and get you away.
Yeah,
from
but you're still wicked, didn't it? You're still wicked.
I'm a
in
wicked,
your
but
ways.
sometimes a wicked person can pull someone
Yeah.
out from
I
real
don't like
wicked
your
ways.
witch hunt against the Muslims in the park.
A witch hunt? I'm one man.
Of course.
How can one person?
It's ridiculous.
Am I that powerful?
You're
been. Not on your own, Raj. The other people support you.
You're all a team. Paul.
Exactly.
Hypocrite.
Paul Williams.
Yeah? You're all a team against the Muslim brothers there.
Missionaries.
We're not trying to tarnish their
Missionaries.
image.
And the
That's
police.
disgusting, man. You don't even talk about your own religion, but you want to talk about Islam and Muslims. Like, come on, man, sort yourself out.
Can I answer?
No.
Weirdos, man.
Am I allowed to answer?
No.
Or is this just going to be a kind of
Shut
like
up.
a one way? So.
Go home.
Anyway, man, I don't have much time. I don't have time for you anymore.
All right, so you're putting an allegation towards me. Am I
It's
allowed
true
to
though.
answer
It's true.
it?
Everyone can see it. We've seen it.
Right, then you can debunk me afterwards.
There's no point
if you're the leader of
debunking
the.
me. It's already been done.
Steve's here anyway. So me
Why
and
does he
Steve.
support? Why is he supporting that Lucifer worshipper, whatever his name is, Oz? Raj, why was you supporting him?
I beg you, just go to your cauldron and mix up a spell or something.
Raj,
witch.
you just had a laugh, yeah? You started just like the witch from Wizard of Oz. From Wizard of Oz, you just had that laugh. Rewind
Right,
it.
hold on.
Listen.
I'm not sure if Jem Wallace is serious, but Jem Wallace has said let the men talk. I'm gonna take.
Don't call her a witch, man.
I'm gonna take the lead from Jem Wallace. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but if we could just have Raj, if we get hold on, Ali Khan, 1 second. 1 second, and Halima, please just go on mute for the moment, yeah, and come off mute if you want to ask some questions afterwards. But Raj and Suleiman on the panel for now. Just those two, please.
Is Raj a man though?
Anyone else can join in as
Halima.
well.
Where's that sexist that is?
Solomon, come on, Ismaili.
No one tells me. Then tell me when to shut up, when to talk, when not to talk.
Why should I become Ismaili?
Yourself.
It's much more peaceful.
It's Boaty.
All right, let's do it. Hold on, 1 second. Let's do it the other way. Halima, if you want to ask.
No, I don't,
Suleiman.
Dan. You carry on talking, yeah? I'll let the men talk.
She wants to refuse him.
Forget.
Refute him.
No, I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, what are you saying?
It's not even a him, it's a kusra.
Halima, man. If you've got questions, please. Otherwise, I've got two hecklers on the panel at the moment. I've got you and Grey Dunya, yeah, and I've got a guest who there's 114 people.
I'm not heckling. I'm telling him what a bastard he is. But yeah,
but you're doing it. You're doing it from the sidelines. You're doing it
in the chat, and he's
whatever, Dan. Carry on.
Thank you very much, Halima. I appreciate your good advice. I'm a bastard. Okay.
Take my name out your mouth, prick.
Thank you much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Big up, Halima.
I do not shout at
let's have
females.
Suleiman versus
I don't
Raj.
shout at
Suleiman and
females.
Raj. Let's have
You're
this.
lucky. You're lucky. I don't argue with
Yo,
females.
Dan, man's not a heckler, man. Man's setting it up, man. Suleiman and Raj.
Go on then, Grey Dunya. The transformation of Grey Dunya.
There's nothing to chat about. I don't need to talk to him, man.
No, but you're saying that.
Suleiman jumped on because of Oz.
Where is Oz?
Yeah, I heard him
that's what we need to
and trying
understand.
to big him up and that we should be like that. But come on, man.
Can you give us some advice towards the guy?
Advice for what?
Suleiman? What do you
Everyone
think
should just
about
be.
people like that?
They're misguided, isn't it? And they're misguiding other people. And the only destination for them is going to be hellfire themselves, where they will be with the shaitan that they're worshipping. But anyway, man, we're above that. We worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we hail up Almighty Allah every day, all day. You know, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, Allahu Akbar. You know, Allahu Mawla wa la Mawla lahum.
What did you feel
Every
about?
day.
Suleiman,
Come
what
on,
did
we
you
live
feel
for
about-
Tawheed. We don't live
What
for
does Suleiman,
Suleiman
what
and
did-
worship shaitan.
God, so Suleiman, what did you feel about the guy that got shot in Streatham?
Allahu Akbar.
Raj, why are you diverting the conversation? We're talking about odds here, and you're just cutting in, Raj.
I don't know what you thought about that guy who was trying to stab people up and he was linked to
you
fake
dirty
rifle.
pigeon.
Are you happy that the security service
Raj.
stopped him?
Suleiman's not here to answer your question.
Forget you, Raj,
He wants
man.
to
Forget
hear-
you for now.
He wants to hear from you why you've been
Pick up the
supporting
Ismailis,
Steve
pick up the
and that.
Ismailis, pick up the
And Manny
Ismailis. We run
Sinda
things.
saying every
Ismailis run
Dawa man
things.
are. Manny Sinda on his thing said every Dawa man are. What do you call it? Terrorist and that. You get me? What you say? What you gonna say about that?
Well, I don't agree with everything that Manny Sinda says, but big up to Manny.
But he's your buddy. He's your buddy, though.
He's more than my brother. He's not more than my buddy.
he's
He's
your
not one of my
buddy.
bros. He's more than my buddy. He's one of the closest people I have to me. So big
Well
up to
then.
Manny.
Big up to him. He's a shaitan, man.
Big up to Suleiman.
Yeah, he's one of the very few people that I consider to be a true friend. So big up to Manny.
True friend, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I only
Dan-
first public around my house. in the
Can
last-
Dan speak? Dan's gonna speak.
Yeah, no,
Dan.
I see a comment from Pat. He was quite. He saw your comment yesterday. He said, "I'm bunning you back."
Yeah, Pat. He's a weirdo, man.
Oh no.
Pat is a weirdo, isn't it? I just found him to be weird now.
Why is that, Suleiman?
No, because last time when what's his name? I think I came on here last time, and then Nasser was on the show, and he tried to make me look like I'm some, I don't know, like some dangerous guy and that. However, he's made some dangerous comments himself.
Yeah, but you're a
I
bit
think
like a
you got him misinterpreted or something.
No, I did not.
was just
No,
trying
I'm not.
like, you know, he knows like Pigeon and that. Yeah, they ask you questions and try to twist things and make you look evil and that.
Because
So obviously, just try to.
because Nasser said
like-
that, yeah. Nasser was bigging me up here, and he's saying, "Oh yeah, I can take good knowledge from him." And then then he was saying, and then Pat goes, "Oh, how can you say that? Blah blah blah, stuff like that." So
Nasser from Nash TV.
yes, I'm talking about him, innit? So.
Can I ask you? Can I
If
ask
he's
you?
moving like that, then
Can I ask you a serious question though?
that's
Why is it
a
okay
question
that?
mark over him.
Why is it okay for you to go to the park and be friends with all these Muslims, even though you're an extremist, but I can't go to the park?
I'm just.
Why is it okay? Why am I trying to be told I can't go speakers corner, but you're allowed to speak?
He doesn't.
Yeah, because you're trouble, innit? You're not
conducive.
conducive. Listen. You're not conducive to the speaker's
But you
corner
support- you
environment.
support- you
You're
support-
not though. That's the fact.
Andrew Chowdhury, don't you?
That's the.
What are you
look,
speaking
I'm
over
not-
him then?
When I come to the park, I don't cause trouble. I don't cause
Exactly.
trouble. I do my own thing. I do my own
Exactly.
thing. I call to Islam. I talk about the Deen. Whether people accept it or not, whether people align with me or not, it's up to them. So I'm not. I don't go to the
he's
park
not-
causing trouble.
All right, let me respond then. Can I respond?
I just
He's
do
not
my
there
own
with the
thing, innit?
application form for Andrew.
And you and people like you like to come and heckle.
All right, let me respond.
You know?
So,
Not here
what I
to-
find very
try to
shocking
criminalise
and
people.
disgusting is that I'm one seat that goes to the park, and Muslims are saying I should be banned from the park, but they're pally with
course you should.
Suleiman. They're pally with Suleiman, who supports Anjem Chowdhury, and there's a lot of
Suleiman
other
is a
people.
cool guy. That's it,
There's
man.
other people in the park that support Anjem Chowdhury in extremism, but
And
they
you
don't want
support
to
Tommy
support them.
Robinson.
So
You
for
waste,
me-
man.
Suleiman
Who's
in person is a
talking?
cool guy.
What's the difference
Very
between
strange.
Tommy
It's
Robinson
very
Tommy Robinson,
strange.
when
Let
he
me-
came to the
and
park,
Adam Chowdhury?
and his
Let me finish.
and all
Let me
his
finish. It's
and
very
all his,
strange.
all
Let me
his
finish.
friends came.
Tell me.
They
Let me
came on
finish.
a thuggish
So
behavior.
what I find very strange is that they're okay. Nasir wants me banned from the park, but he's pally with Suleiman, who supports
Yeah, so
Anjem
what, man?
Chowdhury.
So
So
what?
why is it that you can have Muslim extremists in the park walking about, but I should be banned? What have
Because
I
you cause
done?
trouble.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
Yeah, go on.
Suleiman is just a cool guy.
Exactly.
You get me? And you just a waste man.
I haven't said
You get
anything
me?
extreme anyway, so you have to point it out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so-
he just
so-
there.
But Tommy Robinson
smiling
fans
at
have been
people
violent in the
inside the park.
That's facts.
What about
You
Abu
support them.
Qasim? What
Are you
about Abu
aligned with
Qasim
them?
who's being sentenced on Wednesday for promoting terrorism? Was he a cool guy as well? Answer Abu Qasim.
Yeah. He's a cool guy.
But he's being sentenced on Wednesday for promoting terrorism. So he was a good guy.
That's between him and the courts, isn't it? But from what I've seen from him,
So should he
he's
have
a cool
been
guy,
banned?
innit? He's a cool Muslim brother.
Should he have been banned like me?
No. Why should
So
he be banned?
why would
He was just coming to the park filming for his
Right,
own
so
YouTube
this
channel.
individual was promoting terrorism, Sheikh Faisal literature to blow people up.
What terrorism, man? What terrorism?
You've been promoting rap.
So on Wednesday he's going to be sentenced, and we'll see how long the sentence is.
May Allah free him, man. I mean.
All right. So what about Karam Butt, who done the London Bridge attacks 2 years ago? He used to go Speaker's Corner and he killed 8 people.
I don't know.
Could he have been banned?
Wait. Raj, can I answer? Wait, no. I want to actually answer this. Wait, yo.
I'm in the middle of a conversation. Asif, look, so the guy that done the London Bridge attack, 2 years ago, Karam Butt used to go Speaker's Corner. Should he have been banned from Speaker's? The guy that killed 8 people.
We don't know.
Was he promoting extremism on Speaker's Corner?
You said that I should be banned. But should this guy who went on to kill 8 people on London Bridge 2 years ago?
Why are you talking about it? He's passed away. Why are you talking about it?
Should he have been banned? Should he have been banned?
How would they have known what he would have done in the future? Do they have a crystal ball to say that he is going to kill 8 people in the future? Raj, are you dumb?
All right, so
this guy is triple dumb.
What have I done?
So Raj, you dressed like an ISIS terrorist with a suicide vest on you. Do you think it's safe for you to be in Speaker's Corner with a shotgun?
Wait,
hand?
Halima, can we just, before we get into like equivalent,
I
one sec.
yet.
I know, but I'm just saying before, I know what you're
Always talk when I talk, Dan.
No, but the reason I'm saying I don't want to get into making equivalence between Tommy Robinson. I think if we focus on one thing,
I didn't even say anything about Tom Robinson.
Yeah, but let's not focus on Raj, because I don't think we can put Raj in the same category as.
What I want to establish is why should I be banned from Speaker's Corner, but a guy.
What I want to get to, and this is the thing.
I be banned?
All right.
I never said you should.
Is it fair? Suleiman.
Yeah. Yes, Dan.
Suleiman, sorry, I've got a question from the chat, and this is kind of a combined position from Atheist Steve and from Pat. So I think the accusation that was made, possibly, is that the only person who could be placed in the park being as obviously radical or like seemingly radical. I don't know. You've got that kind of like vibe at the park. There's been like your confrontation with Danny Tomo, quite a few other people, and people are saying that's possibly like an informant type situation. I think that's the accusation that's being made. And Pat seems to think that Pat seems to think that you said something to him yesterday. That's like, because he doesn't normally come out and say stuff like that. He's not jumping on the panel, so I'll put out the link. If Steve, if you want to jump on, I don't know. I want to kind of get.
It's baseless, isn't it?
I want to balance it out.
Yeah.
But I want to know.
Anyone that says that has no evidence in it.
But Daniel, I wouldn't take that role
ever in my life.
1 minute. Dan, the point I'm trying to make is that people are telling me I should be banned.
Exactly.
But real terrorists go to Speaker's Corner who have now been convicted or killed people, but they shouldn't be banned. Can you not see the madness?
So Tommy Robinson's supporters have done the same.
Can you not see the madness in your logic?
Same for Tommy Robinson's supporters that came down and had a confrontation with the Muslims, and some of them attacked people. What are you talking about? They should have been bad, right?
And the ones that they nearly beat Mohammed Hijab up as well. I remember when they invited him that day. That was a crowd of 100 or 200 people. How many people were there?
So what I'm trying to establish is what have I done here that needs to be banned? But Suleiman and all these people that actually killed people, and another guy that's been sentenced.
Same thing with me. Same thing with me.
Let me just try and establish what have I done here? Because remember, because Abu Qasim went Speaker's Corner for 2 years. He's being sentenced on Wednesday for promoting terrorism. He could get up to 5 years. Karam Butt used to go Speaker's Corner, killed 8 people on London Bridge.
How do you know that?
Because we got pictures of him in Speaker's Corner. So, and he used to say, people know he used to go there. So,
Then Raj says that he works alone. Even though, then Raj says he works alone. Raj,
that's not our place of concern.
Who used to know? You're lying. Who used to know of these individuals before the incidents happened? And who is, hold on 1 second. And who is a convicted terrorist now who's freely able to go park?
So what I want to establish is this, yeah.
No, answer. So there is. So you're admitting there is no convicted terrorist currently who's allowed to go to Speaker's Park, and there was no knowledge of individuals engaging in acts of terrorism when they were going to the park.
So
what you're pulling up?
Let me answer.
Why do you need a solicitor?
Let me answer.
And for you to imply,
Abu Qasim was coming to the park and the police knew about it. So
exactly, and Suleiman here is not a criminal of any sort unless you are aware of something we're not aware of.
All right, so let me answer. Yeah, so when it comes to this situation, you have Abdul Hakim, who's also been in prison that used to go through.
Okay, hold on. Can you bring? Hold on.
For terrorism.
No. Hold on. Exactly. Bring the charge. Bring the charge.
All right. So for me,
so if you went to prison for burglary, you can't.
If you want to respond or not, Summayah, do you want to respond or not?
No, I want to, because that's a lie. You just pulled out a random. You are lying. Hold on. If you say Abdul Hakim was convicted of terrorism, we need to see the evidence.
Exactly.
You want a response from me or not?
I'm waiting.
So you need to allow me to finish without interrupting.
I don't want to convolute the story.
No. You need to allow me to finish. You need to allow me to finish. And every time you interrupt, I'll start from the beginning, and I promise you that.
I was showing you that.
I'll promise stop demonizing the Muslims. So what I'm trying to show here is that people want me banned from the park. I've never said to ban people from the park. I don't mind if Suleiman comes there or anyone goes there. It's free speech. But I'm being told all the time I should be banned. I should be banned because I'm an extremist. But you're okay as Muslims to have real extremists.
Where is the real extremist? But that's the thing, where's the real extremist?
All right, so first of all, Suleiman is linked to Anjem Chowdhury. Are you saying Anjem Chowdhury?
Hold on, let's break that down. Hold on. What is this link?
So we have clear photographs of Suleiman with Anjem Chowdhury. We have Abu Qasim.
Okay, hold on.
Suleiman, you should go to the police about that.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it, man.
Raj, are you linked to Tommy Robinson? Hold on, are you linked to Tommy Robinson?
Yeah, obviously, I know Tommy Robinson.
Then we deem Tommy Robinson to be the same as Anjem Chowdhury.
100%.
Hold on.
No, you can't really make that.
Hold on, you're in the same boat. Next charge.
All right, so
you can't make that comparison.
The problem is that I'm not asking for Suleiman to be banned. These Muslims on the panel want me
to hold on. Shall I tell you why?
Hold on, Raj. Paul and Steve have
I'm not Paul and Steve.
They're complaining. They're complaining for him to be banned.
I'm not asking for people to be banned.
They're your gang.
Can I
what I want to understand is why a TYO and all of these people can be pally with Suleiman, pally with the real extremists, but they want to ban one.
No, but hold on a minute. You are a liar. Where is the real extremist?
So do you want me to answer? All right, so let me finish the sentence. So basically,
real extremists are people that are in prison.
Let me explain. So Abu Qasim was at court for a year while Go Speaker's Corner. He is now being sentenced on Wednesday for promoting terrorism.
Hold on. Let's break that down. Hold on a minute.
Let me finish my second part.
Okay,
Aaron Butt, who killed 8 people on London Bridge, used to go Speaker's Corner.
Hold on a minute.
I don't know what more do you want?
No. Hold on a minute. Hold on, Raj. You're playing games. Hold on a minute. The person that you're talking about killing 8 people is not at the park. No Muslim was aware of him going to the park. No Muslim was supporting him going to the park. So the fact that you're bringing him up is irrelevant, right?
Can I?
Hold on a minute. So the white Nazi that was going to the park, that was a known rapist, and is still going. Are you responsible for him?
What I'm saying
are you responsible for him?
Let me respond.
Hold on. No, I'm not going to answer that. Are you responsible for him?
All right, so what I'm saying to you guys is that you want me banned from the park.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
You're okay.
You don't answer. No, let me tell you. Okay, can I answer? I'm going to jump off, Raj. Let me just say something. Hold on a minute.
Raj.
Hold on, let me just say something. Raj, you may have valid complaints with certain individuals. What I don't like is this. You're using Suleiman as something just to like beat down on. You understand? I'm not aware of anything personally he's done to you. The British government have obviously deemed him to be a safe enough person to go and have his freedom of expression. The reason that some Muslims have, particularly the Pakistani community, have issues with you because you have systematically targeted their community, made allegations against their community. You have maligned them. You have called them as groomers, pedophiles, all of those things. Hold on.
No, first he said
All
Muslim.
of the things that you think makes
Doesn't
this
say.
community,
Doesn't
hold
say
on, let me
He used to
pedophile.
say
finish,
Muslims
that
first.
makes this community a degenerate. This is, like I said before, an inter-Asian conflict, and you don't need to drag this young black man, okay, because you think nobody gives a shit about him because you want to bash on Asians. Bash on them on your own. Leave
All
him
right.
alone.
So let me
Simple.
respond. This has nothing to do with his color.
Somebody made him
Yeah,
change
I say it does.
it from Muslim
First of all,
groomers to Pakistani groomers.
First of all, there's
Yo,
no, there is
can
no.
we
Let
just?
me respond to.
Yeah,
Let me
no worries. You can
respond
respond to
the rest
Summayah.
of
We're
the
not getting
minute.
onto the. Yeah, cool.
So when it comes to his color, it's nothing to do with his color. He is linked to Anjem
Hold
Chowdhury.
on, hold on. I didn't say it's
Hold
got
on.
something to do with his color,
Oh,
but your
let
issue with the
me
Asian community, with
finish
the
it. Oh
Pakistani
my
community, is an
God.
inter-Asian conflict.
You're not
That's what I'm
allowing me to
Do
finish.
you guys need a time or
Yeah,
something?
well, let's get the timer out, man. Let's get the
I'm
timer out.
not getting any time here.
So let me respond. Yeah. Yeah. So let me respond.
Can we all have a minute?
When it comes to certain issues like extremism, it's across the board in the Muslim community. There's black extremists,
Hold on,
there's
Raj. I
Asians,
need to
there's
start the
all right.
time. 1 sec.
Yeah, and there's
I'm
what,
gonna
and
give.
there's Sikh
I'm gonna give
Everyone
2
gets a
minutes.
minute
I'm gonna
each.
give 2 minutes each with a little bit of flexi time, like 15 seconds flexi time. Sort of thing.
Sumaya,
I'll give
let's
you lot.
not say shit. Raj is 6.
Yo, I'll give you lot a
We're not
warning.
gonna say
Hold on,
shit.
hold on,
Raj
hold
is
on, hold on.
6.
Some
He's
ground rules.
heathen.
Yo,
He's got no
yo.
religion.
One second.
Can I just make a quick 2-minute
Bruv,
statement?
please,
Or
can I,
not even 2 minutes,
can I
1
just
minute.
can I just make?
Don't let him
Can I
make it. I
just
need to respond
outline
to
the
this
rules,
one,
right? 2 minutes, little bit, maybe 15 seconds of give on that, right? I'll warn you 15 seconds before the end. If you interrupt someone while they're speaking, I'll reset the timer. So don't interrupt.
Yeah.
And that's
Can we
any
all
little
get 15 seconds
heckles,
of
any little
result?
pigeon sounds, whatever it is. If it's an interruption, I'll restart the timer. So don't do it, right? If someone wants to
say a statement as well in that 2 minutes.
All right, quick statement from
I'm starting the timer as well.
Dan. After the 2 minutes, can we get 15 seconds? The rest of the other panel members, 15 or 20 seconds.
So we could give a little take
15 seconds
to
from
put out
everyone
it,
after the two. Oh yeah, but I mean it's
Yeah, 30 seconds. 15 seconds too short. 30 seconds in it.
Yeah.
30 seconds each for the rest.
All right, cool.
All right,
Whoever wants to make a comment.
All right, so let me respond to Summayah.
So one sec. So the main debaters.
Okay, wait, Raj.
You have the 2 minute each, and the rest gets 15, 20 seconds or 30.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything to say, I mean, I think if you got a direct question, I mean, Summayah has just asked Raj the question, so I think we'll probably give preference to the people who are
Summayah
going to
and
respond.
Raj, 2 minutes each.
2 minutes each, starting from now, Raj.
I'm gonna start the time for Raj.
All right, Shahid, you can give him a warning.
It's a good
15
structure.
seconds. 15 seconds towards the end. Yeah.
Because it does involve Suleiman also.
No problem.
Okay, because this does involve Suleiman in it.
All right, so is it started?
Alright, Raj, your time starts now.
Now, when it comes to this situation with me and Pakistanis, that's a different topic to extremism. The extremism within the Muslim community is throughout all the different.
No, hold on. There's a reason why I mentioned that.
Oh my God,
Go
man.
on.
So throughout all the different groups, so there's Somalians that are very extreme. There are Africans, there are Jamaicans, there are white, there is black, there is Asian. So that's nothing to do with the Pakistani thing. This is about the hypocrisy that I see within Speaker's Corner. There are lots of Muslims saying that I should be banned from Speaker's Corner and the Sikhs should drag me out, whereas they are okay to associate with people like Suleiman, who is clearly linked to the Anjem Chowdhury, and they say he's a good brother. Abu Qasim, who is now being charged with promoting terrorism, is being charged and sentenced on Wednesday, and he was in Speaker's Corner for 2 or 3 years, and no one said for him to be dragged out, even though he was at court at the time. And this is the hypocrisy. Karam Butt, who went on to kill 8 people in 2006, 2017 also went to Speaker's Corner, and nobody said for him to be chucked out. There are lots of people in Speaker's Corner that have very extreme views here from all different corners, but especially the Islamic side here. There are loads in the park that are definitely on the radar of the authorities. But for some reason, they can go Speaker's Corner because they're good people, but I can't go Speaker's Corner because I have a view that is different from the guys that are the Muslim community. I'm sick and tired of it. If I want to go Speaker's Corner, I will, and nobody will stop me. Yeah, the point is, I don't want Suleiman or anyone else banned. If they want to go there, they can go there. You say I need to be banned, but there are people like Abdul Hakim who supports Anjem Chowdhury and other people that I know have been Speaker's Corner that support one of the most radical preachers in the UK that is responsible for hundreds of deaths. You
10
are
seconds
showing
left.
the problem within the Muslim community with your hypocrisy that you are okay with extremists because they're Muslims, but if anybody else has a different view, we need to be banned.
Time done, Raj.
Yeah.
All right.
So you
Summayah's
made
time can start
made a
now.
lot of points there. I'll try to cover the ones that I can because I feel like there's a lot of fallacies in what you've said. First of all, the individuals, I'm not aware of who's asking you to be banned. I've not said myself, Raj should be banned. You are an individual, Raj, who is often in conflict with a lot of individuals, particularly from, like I said, the Pakistani community, because of your targeting of the said community. And then you use this as though this is what Muslims are saying to me, and this is the hypocrisy of Muslims. No, this is not the hypocrisy of Muslims. This is a community that has been targeted for 2 years and who've just had enough. As far as Suleiman, the allegations that you make against him are, to me, unfounded, because I don't believe within a court of law somebody who knew somebody 10 years ago is therefore guilty of a crime unless the crime is proven. The only thing that he's basically been dragged through the gutter for the longest time is that there was a photograph of him 10 years ago, or however, with an individual who went to prison for his speech. Right, because Anjem Chowdhury did not murder anybody, as far as I'm aware. I thought he went to prison for his whatever. And as far as Muslim is not saying anything to Suleiman, Suleiman has had the harshest treatment from Muslims, both in the park and in real life. He's heckled, he's labeled Khawarij, terrorist, everything you can think of by other Muslims. He's an individual who I've noticed is often isolated, demeaned, and people just, even Muslims and non-Muslims, have just seen him as an easy target. And that's why I stand up, because I don't like to see injustice against anybody, whether it be Muslim or not.
All right, so I don't know if you want me to answer. Or...
Yeah, can I have 2 minutes now?
If the panel wants to respond to any of that.
No, I need to.
Yeah, no. They keep doing it, Dan. Come on.
Dan, can I say something?
Jazakallah khair, Sister Summayah.
Yeah, Dan.
Dan, shut up.
Give me
1 minute, Raj.
Give me 1 minute, not 2 minutes. Give me 1
No,
minute.
Raj. No, wait.
My 2
No.
minutes, man.
Raj, you've had your time. He's had his time.
About me, and I need to respond.
No, it doesn't matter if it's about you.
2 minutes, man. Come on.
Yeah, so give me 1 minute.
You've had your time.
Let me have my 2 minutes now. Yeah, let me have my 2 minutes.
You've had your time, Raj. You don't respond.
Right,
they're going to derail the conversation.
No, we're not.
Right, let me just have. I just want to home in on one thing. I want to zoom in on where Dan said that. I mean, Raj has said that Suleiman is linked to extremists and blah 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 and stuff like that. Raj, look, we all get it now. Brexit is done. Yeah, you think by walking out of the swamp that you've been in for the past couple of years with your civ, you civ nuts, yeah, with the ethno nuts. The swamp that you've just walked out of, we can still smell it on you. So you have still got connections to that swamp. And the type of creatures that were in that swamp as well. The extreme,
Suleiman,
extreme
sorry.
far...
Suleiman,
1 second,
can
let
you
me
check
finish.
your hangout, bro? Check your hangout.
The extreme far right. Your Mark, is it Mark Collette or what's the other one called? Martin Stelner. All these other little groups that all, patched up together, the extreme far right. I know now you're against them, but you've been in bed with them. You've been aligned with them. You've been partying, going to venues, going to marches, so you've been aligned with people who are responsible for things like Finsbury Park, that Joe Cox murder, the Anders Breivik, the other guy, the one that just happened recently as well. What was his name? It's gone out of my head now. The Christchurch, the Christchurch shooting, all that, all this extreme far right, This is the swamp that you've literally just walked out from. Do you understand? You've not just been baptized, mate. You've walked out of a swamp. So you, of all people, you're in no position to claim somebody else has got an attachment to extremists. And then you can move one step forward and say extremists that are directly linked to a direct, incident, i.e. Christchurch. So yeah, I just wanted to zoom in on that. Just at one point, everything else is different. Just at one point, that Raj, you're a hypocrite. You're in no position. You still smell of the ethno nuts. So don't try to come on here pushing your civ nut thing, yeah, and like maligning them lot because you just got out of bed with them. You've been sleeping with them for the past couple of years. That's it.
I'm allowed to respond.
Yeah, Raj.
How's he allowed to support?
Because he's.
How does he respond to everything that we're gonna say to him?
Because you're about me.
Because you're.
Right, so let me respond.
Well, hold on. If Suleiman's gone, then maybe Pat can jump on. Pat, you're in the back chat if you wanna jump in now, man.
All right, so
can I have a quick say?
No, let me just respond though, because I'm gonna.
No, Raj, let Dunya talk.
One sec.
Let me finish. Yes.
Raj has had his time. Raj, nobody gives a shit about your response.
Let me respond.
Asif, don't let him respond.
Yo, listen. Do you know what? All right, hold on.
Let him respond in your live stream.
Halima, do you want 2 minutes?
I need longer than that.
You've got 2 minutes. You've got 2 minutes, Halima, starting from now.
You don't want to talk?
No,
I want to hear somebody else talk.
I'm sick and tired of it, man. Like,
Mad Dunya, go on. 2 minutes. Go on.
No. How can I respond?
He wants one. He only wants one. He only wants one.
Okay,
1 minute. Go on.
1 minute.
Start from now.
So the pigeon, okay, the pigeon and difference between the pigeon and Suleiman. Suleiman goes to the park. He does his thing. He sees people. He smiles on them. You get me? He's got good manners. He doesn't spread anything dodgy. If he was to spread anything dodgy, I'm sure the police are looking at him. You get me? Like everyone else. But the pigeon does is he goes around individually to people, antagonizes them, slanders them. He has fights online and brings it back to the park. He is a very anti-Asbo character inside the park. He thinks this park is his ghetto. You get me? So yeah, so pigeon should be banned and Suleiman should stay there. So that's my.
Can I say one thing? I agree with Madunya. I agree with Madunya.
Wait, can I say something? I've got
Asif.
a neutral position.
Asif, 2 minutes.
So my position.
Asif, patience. Listen,
Yeah, he won't remember.
How can I just come back here?
He won't remember.
I know you think I'm a god, but I can
Low IQ, Raj.
I know you think I'm a god, but I'm not.
Asif, a little bit of neutrality. 2 minutes starting. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to Asif starting from now.
Oh, is that Mars Muslim? How you doing, Mars Muslim?
Yo,
how you doing, my man?
1 sec, Raj.
How you doing?
I miss you at the park. You know, I miss our little kind of interactions. Very interesting.
Raj.
I've seen you without the mask though. You're not as vocal without the mask.
All right, Raj. 1 sec. Asif, 2 minutes starting. Asif. 2 minutes uninterrupted, starting from now. Raj. Wait. Asif's got 2 minutes. 1 sec.
I'm going to actually give a neutral position on this one.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
So I'm not going to be just all against you at the same time, yeah?
Asif, go.
So basically, my position on this is basically, Raj, I do remember him saying that he also gave Ajam Chaudhry the right to come to Speaker's Corner for his free speech and all that stuff. So obviously, on that, Raj accepts any speech in Speaker's Corner, whether whoever it is. But now when it comes to certain individuals like Suleiman, from my understanding, okay, he has got something outside Speaker's Corner, but in Speaker's Corner, are these individuals, are they promoting extremism? That's the question to ask here, you know what I mean? And for what I've seen myself, I haven't seen anything like that happening from them in Speaker's Corner, so they shouldn't be banned. Now, Raj should be banned? I don't believe so, but I understand why people say he should be banned, because he does throw some dangerous accusations on people at times by calling them terrorists like he has them to me also. And obviously an accusation like that can involve your job, you losing your job and everything else. You could actually end up hurting someone badly with that. Do you know what I mean? Just the accusation alone. So for that reason, things like that has actually caused a lot of negativity towards Raj, where people are calling for his ban and this is where it all comes from.
All
That's
right,
all
so
I
can
want to say.
I respond?
Yo, one second.
Yeah.
Yo, Dan,
Oh my
Ali
God, man. I
can't
can't
remove mass
respond to
Muslim.
10 separate people.
man.
The masked Muslim's very quiet
I'm
when he
speaking to
hasn't got the
Dan.
mask on.
Ali Khan kicked him out.
You know that, yeah,
before
the
you
masked
start,
Muslim is
Dan,
very quiet when he hasn't got the mask on. I've seen him so many times speak as without the mask. He's very quiet.
listen,
Raj, man, shut your mouth.
I'm
Yo,
sorry.
listen,
Weird, isn't it? Like when
I'm
people wear
speaking to
masks,
Dan.
they get
Dan,
very
Yeah,
vocal.
I heard you, Greg.
You got a mask.
Yo, kick him out.
I
Kick
tell
Ali
you,
Khan
yeah,
out,
okay,
man.
cool.
Kick Ali Khan out, man. Do him.
So let me
Ali
let me
Khan, why are you
respond.
sniping people, bro? Just allow it. What's the point?
So let me respond, yeah. Now, when it comes
2
to this
minutes,
whole
Raj,
situation, yeah. All right, so then give the timer. Is the timer up?
Starting now.
Yeah, so when it comes to Speaker's Corner, I'm actually somebody that actually feels like, not many people should be banned from Speaker's Corner, no matter how controversial they are. I think they should be allowed to speak in there because at least people can hear what they're saying. And so when I hear people saying, I need to be banned as one Sikh, remember, there's not 50 Sikhs at the park, there's not 5, there's not 2, there's 1, that I have to be banned specifically because I have a differing view from, say, the mainstream Sikhs, and so Sikhs should come down, drag me out the park, because that's what people are saying, like TYO and Ghost and all of these inbred little degenerates.
No,
They want the Sikh to kind of come over and sort me out. I'm starting. Can you reset it?
Bruv, come on, man. Reset.
If
Bruv.
I said that,
Oh, fuck,
I
reset
would've-
him.
TYO, bruv, allow it, man. Bruv, what's the point? This is my time as well, man. Raj, go.
So reset. Yeah, so I'll start from the beginning. So my biggest issue is that people want me banned from the park, yeah, because I have my own views. I'm one Sikh, yeah, and there's not hardly any Sikhs. The Sikhs that do come, then they either on camera or they only come once in a while. And the point is that free speech in Speaker's Corner, I do not want very few people that I would ask to be banned from Speaker's Corner. In fact, I can't really think of anyone offhand that I would have banned over the last couple of years. Now, the thing is that with these guys, I don't understand what it is that as one Sikh, that I can make them feel so fearful of one Sikh. It's, to me, I don't understand it because I only have my own voice. I'm one person with my own opinion, but for some reason, my voice seems to penetrate through them. Maybe because what I'm saying is hitting a nerve because some of it is true. That's the only thing I can think. And because of that, they cannot take it. And so they're becoming irrational and they're trying to propagate or trying to get people, the Sikh community, to come down and say, I can't go Speaker's Corner, or to put pressure on my community to get me out of Speaker's Corner. I'm telling you, it won't work because I'm the most stubbornest person you will ever meet, and there's nothing will derail me if I don't want to be derailed. Yeah, and you can put me to the test on that. Now, when it comes, the thing that's very dangerous, though, in my opinion, is that these individuals that some of them on the panel are okay with people that are linked to real extremists, yeah, that are being linked to killings in the UK, like Andam Chowdhury, and they still say because they're polite that they should be allowed in Speaker's Corner. No, the point is that if I should be banned, Suleiman should be banned. If I'm banned, a lot of other people should be banned in Speaker's Corner because a lot of these people's rhetoric here or their links to real extremists can get people killed in real life. So I'm sick and tired of you lot being so fearful and shook of one little Sikh. You need to grow some balls, yeah, and understand that I'm one person. Yeah, I'm not your God. Yeah, I know you see me as a God, but I'm a human being. Yeah, and I will go Speaker's Corner as long as I want.
All right. Madness. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Is that the real?
Nah, I don't think that's the real respect, man. That's not
No,
the real
it is,
respect.
bro.
No, it's not
It
the
is,
real respect.
because
What are you talking about? Bro, that's not the real respect. Ali Khan, don't even.
People account. It's people.respect rebellion on that account.
Bruv,
It
that's
goes
not-
to Ratty's people account.
Well, Ali Khan, you're right.
Ali Khan, that's not his account.
You know?
It is him. It's probably set up a new one.
It's a fake one.
Ali Khan, you're right. Why do you kick
Okay, we got Mr. Amaz. We got Mr. Amaz that was here.
Yo, hold on.
Where's Mr. Amaz gone?
Fucking hell.
So what is Raj actually doing in Speaker's Corner? Why do you go to Speaker's Corner, Raj?
Because it's the UK and we're not under
Yeah.
Sharia, and I can go.
Why did you say it's not under Sharia? Why did you say something like that against the Muslims?
You can't. But the Muslims
How
are
is
the
that
ones,
a joke? How is
the
that a
Muslims
joke?
are the ones telling me not
How
to
is
go,
that
and I'm
No.
not under Sharia.
No, I'm asking you a question. You didn't need to say why is it. He's always making shitty comments against Muslims. That's why you're a typical
Do you
Islamophobe.
see his?
You're a racist and an Islamophobe. But tell me, what do you do in Speaker's Corner?
What I do in
this is
Speaker's Corner is do what I'm
Islamophobia.
allowed to do, which is to go there and speak my mind, which is what I can do in the UK. We're not in
What do
Saudi
you
Arabia.
speak your mind about? What?
In Pakistan, I can go wherever I want.
Anthony, let's speak 1 minute. What does he do? Speak about what? What do you do there?
Well, have you ever listened to my videos?
No.
Well, then how do you know what I'm doing is
I
wrong?
listen to you in Speaker's Corner. There's no content.
But you said 1 minute you said you didn't listen to none of my videos. Now you say you have.
I'm asking you, like, you know, what's your purpose of going into Speaker's Corner?
The purpose of going to Speaker's Corner
Actually, I
is
haven't heard your bullshit for quite a long time, actually. Remind me.
All right, so first of all, yeah, I can go to Speaker's Corner and talk about apples if I want. I can go to Speaker's Corner.
I'm asking you, what do you, English comprehension, what do you do when you go to Speaker's Corner? What are you bringing?
When I go to Speaker's Corner, if I wanted to stand there and say apples,
Oh,
apples,
for flip's sake.
I can do that. We are not under
You are
Sharia.
so stupid. You know what? You're an atheist. You need to stop talking about the Muslim community like that.
Halima, can I get a minute?
Typical.
You have the right to stand in
Islamophobe.
Speaker's Corner or not?
One sec. Can I
Yeah,
get a
go
minute,
on.
Dan?
Why do you just ignore me?
Yo, before Pigeon interrupts,
You know,
can I
some
get a
dogs
minute?
you can ignore, but you can't. You're dangerous.
Shahid.
You are endangering
Yo,
Muslim
I'm
lives.
gonna
And I
have to.
told you that from before.
All right, look. If we could level, we've gone from talking about extremism at the part to talking about fucking Raj. Like, I'm really not that bothered about. Like, can we not?
Yeah, you're not bothered about
Can I
Raj because
make
Raj
a-
can say whatever
can
he
I just
wants.
break down an
Raj
Islamophobic
has
comment?
Listen,
open
can I
access
break down-
to
Raj,
run
listen,
Islam and Muslims dance
listen,
as much as he
we
wants.
we can deal with Raj, but can we do that in like its own
And
show?
he's not on
We've
his own. He's
hold
got a
on,
group.
Halima, hold on. Right.
It's an obsession with these guys. It's
man.
like
You're a disease.
I
We
don't know.
need to kill
Listen,
you.
you don't. It doesn't.
You said you need to kill
You
me.
know what? I've got to clear out this panel. Sorry,
You
I've got
just
to do
say
it.
and you
I've
need
got
to
to do
kill
it.
me.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Did you say I'm gonna kill?
I can't handle the head.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you say for that one. I'm gonna let you say for that
I
one.
can't handle
You
the
should kill
heckling.
me.
I can't handle the heckling.
Did you hear what she just said? I'm a disease and you should kill me.
I can't handle the heckling. Bear, if hecklers are getting kicked, I'm gonna get Pat on the panel, and that's it. It's calm. Can't deal with all of that.
Yeah, but I need to ask you, like, it's not acceptable. She said that I'm a disease.
I
and they
don't
should kill
know.
me.
I didn't even hear Raj. People are talking over each other. It's out of order. Just out
Yeah, but I
of
mean,
order.
this lady here is trying to
No,
whip up some
don't get back into it. She's not on the panel. She can't defend herself. We're done with that. We're done with that topic for the moment. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that. It's not important. It's not important. Let's just deal with.
Dan, can I say one bad news to Raj quickly? Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
Lion's
Lions
back.
Den Reloaded is
Yeah,
actually back up.
I know. I told you it'll be back.
It's actually back up, Raj. So how
I
do you
know.
feel now?
Well, I knew.
do you feel now?
I've said from day one. I've said from day one that it's going to come back. I've never said it's over. I just was laughing at the fact that it went down for a bit. I said from day one it'll be back. Watch my thing. He'll be back, but we'll be back onto the neck of the Lions Den again.
Yeah. So his channel never really got taken down, innit?
Well, it did get taken down.
Is he?
But is it-
Yo, can I quickly say something? I just looked at it now. Yeah, it's
No,
weird,
but that
bro.
doesn't make sense.
Wait,
That
wait,
doesn't make
listen,
sense. He says,
listen.
hold on, no. But he's saying that it got taken down.
Can I just say, yeah? What's weird though? It's got 13 subscribers, but a video's got 900 views, which is weird. For the
That's
Lions
weird
Den.
still, I can't lie, yeah.
Yeah, but
Do you know
Shahid,
what I'm
that's
coming
Rats's
from?
PayPal info. That's
What?
Rats's PayPal account.
Yeah, forget
This
about
guy,
that part,
man.
bruv. But that's just
Yeah.
weird, isn't it? Like I don't get that. That's a bit dodgy.
Why? Yeah, but why would someone put Rats's PayPal?
But forget
information-
Yo, wait there.
Why-
Forget
why-
about that for the moment. So Lions Den's back up. Exactly
Yeah,
as
but
I
it's got
predicted.
13 wait,
No,
but as I
that's
said,
I
it's got
don't
13
think.
subscribers, but 900 views on the video. That doesn't really sound like Lions Den
Nah,
Reloaded for some reason.
The
Something seems weird.
The Lions Den is back, but it's got only 31 subscribers.
No, that's the fake
but
one.
that's
then.
not-
That's a
that-
fake one.
That's
a
the
fake one.
right?
Are you sure?
Yeah. But the Lions Den Reloaded is, I think, is actually Raspex, but it's only got, what was it? How many subscribers
13.
again?
13.
Yeah, 13 subscribers. A video on it.
Yeah, that's actually a real video. That's actually the real video. So I'm
Yeah,
not-
that's got 900 views on it. It's a live stream he's got up.
Yeah, but that's actually a real live stream he did, so that's a bit weird. So I don't know how that got onto there.
Yeah. So why is that only got 13 subscribers as well for Lions Den?
I haven't, and the thing is, it's actually the real upload as well, because it's got the chat on the side, so it's not
Yeah,
fake.
yeah. Can you see it, innit? You can see
Yeah, I've
it,
just
right?
uploaded it.
So it might be him still.
Yeah, this
Wait, what did he say?
No, the whole thing is like a mystery. This one is. It's got 900 views, yeah, but 13 subscribers.
What's
The
happening,
whole
boys and
thing's a
girls?
mystery.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Raj.
Hello.
Raj, you were waiting. Raj was waiting for you all day.
Yeah, I want to say something. I said I wouldn't say sorry to Amraz, but do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to say
Okay,
this.
wait, hold that thought, hold that thought.
I'm never going to say sorry
I'll
to
be
your
back,
cake.
I'll be back.
Never going to say sorry.
I think I got your mum on the line.
Never. Yeah, sorry about that.
I don't know why the guy has such a filthy tongue when talking about mums for some reason.
Oh, let him just do it. What can you do? He doesn't know better. When you eat that much cake, your brain must get fried from the sugar. It's probably got icing on the brain. Icing on the brain, icing on the brain, icing on the brain. Mr. Cake eating wibbly wobbly, icing on the brain.
I think Dan said he's gonna call Ras or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably him.
No. I
It's
was
not
calling.
him.
Don't know where Veli is. Veli, I just tried calling you, but I don't know. Oh wait, there. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a
I'll
bit
get the call
weird.
now. Wait, one
It's a
sec.
bit weird though, because the subscribers have gone down
Dan,
to
bro,
thingy.
you're on 120 views. You're on 120 views. You're on 120 views, bro. Congrats.
Pick up Dan for the views too. I can't lie.
It's the highest Dan's been since he's come back.
No, bruv. There was a time when I'm beefing with a lot of people on the panel. It went up to 180 views. That shit went up to 180 views. So 120. That was about 3 days ago. So this is literally nothing, man. 120 views, 100 views for Dan is average.
I need to go for a bit, yeah, because obviously. Well, I don't want to miss talking to Amaraz though. Can you make sure he stays? I'll be back in an hour or so.
What about if the line then thing goes live? Everyone's gonna tune in.
That would be jokes.
Everyone's gonna tune in.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? Let me say this. Yeah, if that's the real aspect, yeah, I would say why would you take a short break? You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, it's definitely his video, and I don't know how it's up. It's definitely his channel. There's no doubt about that.
It's crazy, isn't it, Raj?
The Lions Den one is Lions Den Reloaded. I don't know about the Lions Den. That one looks a bit fake.
That could, yeah, but
Why I got
Yo, Ali Khan, stop spreading fake news, bruv. Me and Veli just.
It is him spreading
Dan,
fake
no fake
news. I knew it.
I put a screenshot of that PayPal account. Look
Oh,
at the
this
PayPal
guy,
account.
man.
Yo, Asif, you can't talk about fake news either, because I remember you coming on the stream once saying you'd filmed something round the corner from your house in Blackburn, and it turned out it was like Birmingham, and it happened months before. So anyway, let's move on from that one.
Remember the fight.
The fight.
The fight.
Yeah, I just want to say big up to my father.
Listen, I'm not above fake news,
Big up to
bro.
my father, Dead Justin Title. I know people find my father's name mocking it, fair enough, but yeah, big up to my father.
Yo, what happened to Amaz? Where did he go? Did someone snipe him?
I think he went.
He disappeared.
He's probably dancing the Sufi dance. Oh, do you do the Sufi dance, young Ottoman?
Yo,
Are you sure? You look like you'd be wobbling a lot.
Don't go back to this straight away. So
I
hold on.
imagine you doing a belly dancer.
Can someone? So wait, let me work out
Raj,
the
do the
positions.
young kids still do the pilgrimage of the Raj?
Yo, Raj.
What do
So
you want-
Raj.
I'm doing a 2-for-1.
Raj.
1 second.
I'm doing a 2-for-1 package. You and Amrad.
No, do the youngsters still do them?
Yo, Raj.
Like in that caricature
Fucking
that
hell, man.
Afghan depicted.
If you don't just want to talk, you can, man. It's cool. So it's all good.
Sorry. I'm quiet. Sorry.
Nah, it's whatever, innit?
Go on, Dan. Sorry, bro. Go on, Dan. Sorry.
I've actually forgotten what I was going to say, but anyway.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Well, I'm muting up.
No, it's all right, man. What were we talking about? Like, we had 120 viewers for something, and now there's like no conversation.
I'll say, Dan. Let me say something. Yeah, if that is whatchamacallit, his real channel. Yeah, I'm not saying it is or not. Yeah, I'm saying Veli, because I know Veli's close to Rasa. I think Veli should ring him up still. Because I don't know why the channel's there in the first place.
Amaraz, when you coming back, Padida, defend your cake eating Maulid ways. Jibbly, wibbly, wobbling all over Pakistan with your goddamn cake and your belly dancing. Jump on, I'll be back in an hour. Let's have a Maulid debate. I will
Can I say one thing?
I will finish off the
Can I say
Maulid
one thing about
debate
this
once and for all. Come here, I'll be back at 11 o'clock. Padida, Ganjar, Aja.
Raj, have extremist Sikhs been threatening you about paintings and drawings?
Wait, can I say one thing regarding this channel?
Have they, Raj?
I've realized, as there's something I noticed by watching Ralph's channel, and you know all these 14 people, yeah, you know these people, these Raj's people, yeah, ethno-nationalist 14 people, they all watch this channel, and I'm not even chatting shit, but they don't comment or nothing.
Big up to the right reaction lurkers.
Actually, all of them are doing that. Yeah, they're actually watching your channel.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Dan, are you gonna kick me, fam?
Bruv, I kicked. Sorry, bruv, you got smoked from Halima really just then, bruv. So it's all right. The panel's calm now.
I wasn't even speaking, fam.
Bruv, I can't take no chances, great Dunya. I just got it was a risk assessment. You failed the risk. The risk assessment said no, man. It said no. It said great Dunya's a risk.
I'm a hazard.
And but you've got multiple accounts anyway, bruv.
I've been behaving recently.
Asif, you're like you're a highbrow troll, I think, man. But yeah, I want to
still, fam.
I want to know what happened to bruv. We had Suleiman on the panel for like an hour, and I think maybe there was like 15 minutes of conversation with him. So I'm feeling a bit let down by that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm a bit as well because
Pigeon keeps interjecting,
came in
man.
to address us. No, it was Ghost, really. I'm gonna be super honest. The guy kept on heckling over, and I wanted Suleiman to speak to Oz and shit in it, because I knew that's why Suleiman jumped on to begin with.
Because Pigeon and Ghost were having a conversation. That's why.
Because Suleiman,
the annoying thing is when people just want to talk to Raj. They just get on and talk to Raj, and there's like a topic laid out. There's other possibilities. There's like 10 people on the panel, and people are just talking to Raj. I don't actually care about Raj at that point. There's a conversation, a back and forth guy. Even when it was Ghost and Raj, or TYO and Raj, or whoever it is, if it's one at a time, then cool. But we don't need all this heckling around it. And yeah, there's probably more important topics to discuss, I would say. So
that's what I mean. When you have when the two debaters having the 2 minute each, the others gets about 30 seconds in it. So there's no heckling and that they say what the speakers are missing out. You get me?
Yeah, the 2 minutes is best, because if you listen back to these streams afterwards, when it starts to get crazy like that, you can't hear anything. You can't hear anything at all.
I said I agree with the 2 minutes each, but you know the other people in the panel, they get 30 seconds in it.
Jokes.
Yeah, you get me. Yeah. Anyway, you Pigeon.
There's all good jokes already. I'm not even gonna say what.
The thing is, I mean, look, Raj,
what jokes we have?
If we're gonna discuss right-wing extremism when we're talking like Raj, if Raj is on the panel representing that, then cool, you lot can debate him on that. But I don't think that was the topic. So I think given it's not like we haven't got it's not like Danny Tomo or Vinnie Sullivan was on the panel, in which case we'd all be asking them questions. Like if Raj was on the panel and I had someone like that on the panel and people just wanted to talk to Raj when there's clearly a better guest on the panel, a more interesting guest who people don't know as much about, let the more interesting guest speak. We don't need to bring it back to the lowest common denominator. No disrespect, Raj. We don't need to always bring it back down to Raj.
Pigeon, do you know why? You know why? Have you missed something? Pigeon always interjects and then it comes back to him. You get me? That's what it is.
Yeah, he's got a habit of bringing it back to himself. That's true.
You know one thing I've learned here. I started to be a bit civil with the Pigeon, innit? And he has started to be civil back.
Civility will get you a long way.
He's gone now.
It is weird.
He said he'd be back. He said he'd be back in an hour, but yeah, man, I don't know. It's just.
Have you noticed that though? He started to be civil back to me.
Yeah, but to be fair, the first time I met you, Asif, was on Raj's panel. Was on Manny Sinder's panel, I think. with like Jake.
Yeah, I was actually kind of cool with him at the time.
Yo,
then I turned on him.
Suleiman, did you jump off? Did you like jump off for a reason? Because I see you trying to call back one of the groups. And I don't know if you were trying to get on.
Is this
again?
Gain knowledge.
Gain knowledge. Welcome.
Gain.
Yeah, man. Your mic is super quiet. Super quiet, bruv.
What's happening, man? Dunya, right, man?
Yo, your mic is quiet, bruv.
Is it English?
Yeah, check the volume on that.
It
man.
sounds like
Gain
you got
knowledge.
a pillow.
Gain knowledge.
Yeah,
the lone soldier.
Yeah, so I was going to basically quickly say before you, the pigeon, you know, when he makes comments like this ain't Sharia, that's an Islamophobic comment. I was going to give a breakdown on that because, yeah, this is the time all his groups and all his people that he talks for, they're the one who's going around saying Muslims are taking over, and with that, they're gathering up numbers and that, and yeah, a lot of Islamophobic groups are coming out from it. You get me? So when you say these kind of comments, yeah, it doesn't help. You're indirectly supporting this Islamophobia or intentionally. So that's why we get into the pigeon even quick. You get me?
I hear what you're saying, but I mean, yeah, I think there's questioning Raj's extremism or his links to extremism is valid, I would say. And I've done that. I've asked him, I think, most of the questions that other people have asked him about who he's linked to, and I don't really keep up to date with Raj like in a deep way. But if someone tells me, if someone tells me, and it gets around quick, and if like Raj was stood with Tommy Robinson like next week, there'd be a picture, it would go viral, people would be talking about it in different hangouts on different channels or whatever. It's kind of like how people.
But you know what it is right now recently with me. I can't really be bothered with Raj, but it's more about people. These Ralph and them lot, man. Trust me.
That's what I'm saying.
They must be
don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah, but Asif, I swear I told you this before. I was like, look, Raj is not a he's not a big target.
Before,
I don't think for you, if you're setting out to debate against. I mean, to be fair, Raj is like a middle of the road person. If you want to know. He's one of the more reasonable types, right? If you're going to deal with that politics, yeah, you could say that. You could say that.
Bruv, listen to this. You know, Ralph and them lot. Yeah, they call us Muslims combatants. That's literally how they refer to us.
All right, Hold on, Mr. Singh is saying Raj ain't going to be honest with you. That's probably true. Like he's got no reason to. But I mean, I've seen Raj get confronted. I've seen Raj get confronted, and his reaction when people say, "What about this guy? What about?" And it's Pat normally who's doing that. Like he gives a fairly good response. He gives a fairly good response, and I think if you listen to what Raj is saying, he's actually got less space. I think that maybe 2 years ago, when Tan was going to the park regularly, that was like a golden age for these like ethno-nationalists, civic nationalists, these like right wingers, alt-right, far right, whatever you want to call it. They could all kind of mingle. And possibly be pulled in or attracted. Possibly be. Well, I would say that was the peak when Tan was going to the park regularly, when those videos were getting viral, getting around the internet, getting around Twitter.
They were making themselves notice, innit?
Well, yeah, all right. So they were getting themselves out there, but people were talking about them. Moreover, and then obviously after Brexit, or with Brexit sort of playing out, I think like Ralph turned up, and from what I could hear him say. He was basically like, look, we run things now. It's the right. We're in control. So you have to talk to us. You are negotiating with me, with us, with me. I'm a representative of the right. We run shit, and this is where you lot went wrong. So certain people.
And bro, you know, listen to this. You know, with the Ralph thing, right? Understand this. He only set his channel up not long ago. Man's got bare subscribers already, all these far right people and people that you've never seen or heard of before, which is actually very dangerous. There's like a
They're
lot
the
of
ones
them
who used to. That's what I mean, Asif. That's what I mean. They're the one who used to be going on Raj's channel. You get me? So
nah, they're not.
That's why we get onto.
No.
Hold on. I know, brother.
I've been
That's
watching
why I'm saying that. I've been watching too, bro, and I know a lot of them used to go to on Pigeons and that they used to support him. Most of the Tommy Robinsons and that, even Ralph himself used to support Tommy Robinson. Get me? And these lot, obviously Raj is the main ambassador of Tom Robinson. He used to be, so they used to be watching his shit in the park. Yeah. So split. Yeah. Because